The preseason is almost over. Week 3, Falcons, Jags from the Bends. We're going to have a fun watch party here, getting into the final preseason game for Raheem Morris and company in year 1 as the Falcons head coach. Shout out to all of you for tuning in. The Falcons preseason has been one of the more boring preseasons in recent memory just because Raheem Morris has taken the approach of we're not playing any starters, and when that's the case, you get a lot of Taylor Heineke. That's not going to keep eyes open for very long, but we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. You're going to have a blast hanging out with us as well. But first things first, over 58 people tuned in an hour before a preseason game in which Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix are both not playing. So let me know where you're tuning in from so I can show you some love because you guys deserve it for soldiering through a third preseason game. It's been a bit of a drag, I'm not going to lie to you, but that's preseason football. Shout out your city for me here. I've got Chris Stiggers in the chat. Good to see you again, Chris. Breeze, the reviewer. Augusta. Jose Santana. Good to see you, Jose. Rise up, dude. Appreciate you as always. We've got Fayetteville in the house here. Mr. Music from ATL. Jason Greenway, CLNS, watching from sunny San Diego. Let me know where you're watching. I've got Mitchell in the chat. My own burner, Matthew Peterson fan, is in the chat. And from Somerville, Georgia. Mexico, our first international viewer of the night. Fayetteville, North Carolina, from 2 different viewers. So you guys can get together and have your own little mini watch party. The Bright Wolf, ATL, I'm playing Madden versus the Saints. That should be pretty easy for you. The Saints are going to suck dick this year. Pardon my French. Brandon in Tampa, Florida. Belgium in the house. That's actually going to beat Mexico for the furthest viewer. Denver, Colorado. Covington, Georgia. ATL Connor is in Layton, Utah. Let me know where you're watching from. Madagascar. I've got a tough one believing that, but hey, you never know. Now, who you got in this game? Falcons, Jags. It's our final preseason game of the year. The next one's the real deal. It's Pittsburgh rolling into town. Arthur Smith making his return in NFL Week 1 as the offensive coordinator for the Steelers. But who you got for tonight, Falcons or Jags, as Christopher Stiggers with a $10 super chat. Chris, we're going to hopefully get your super chat on screen in 30 seconds or 2 minutes. We'll see if the computer wants to cooperate today, but it's looking like it's going to be 2 minutes. I'm sorry. Some technical issues with the super chats. It's just not as streamlined as it was, but we're working through it. So just give us a little bit of patience, and we'll get that on screen for you, Chris, here. There we go, Christopher Stiggers. What's up, Petey? What's up, Chris? Thank you so much for your super chat. We have a fun super chat menu we'll actually share in just a moment. But really quickly, I do want to tell you guys a quick word from some sponsors that make this watch party possible. So if you like what we do, go support them. It helps support us in the same way. The first one being our friends over at Game Time. If you want to go catch a Falcons game, a Braves game, any other local sporting event in your area, download Game Time today. They're giving Dirty Birds fans $20 off their first purchase when you use code CHATSPORTS. Terms apply, but again, download the Game Time app today and save $20. That's going to go towards like parking, for example, or your first concession stand run. I mean, would you rather have $20 or not? With Game Time, you can save $20 when you use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply, but again, all that information in the comments and description of today's video. And also, I want to tell you guys really quickly about our friends over at Prize Picks. So, if you are looking to keep yourself a little extra engaged in some of these preseason games, Prize Picks is a great way to do that. It's America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. Now, with Prize Picks, you can turn $10 into $1,000 by getting as little as 4 correct picks. Now, if you download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS, they're going to give you a deposit match up to $100. That's putting, for example, 100 bones of your own money in, and then Prize Picks giving you an additional 100, so $200 altogether to use. Once again, that's only with code CLNS when you download the Prize Picks app. Get a deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy at Prize Picks. Okay, Chris, appreciate your super chat once again. $10 super chat. While you guys are getting your predictions in for this game here, shout out to Ty Man for swatting out all the bots. I do want to share with you all what our super chat menu is because I think it's a pretty fun super chat menu. I'm excited for it. So, Christopher, $10 super chat. Let's see what that lands you on our menu today. That would be a wheel spin. We got a fun wheel. We'll show it in just a moment. But the other super chat menu includes $2 super chat. You get a shout out. We'll get your question, your idea, your take on screen for all 100+ people watching right now. $5, I would love to crack open my sweating beer at this moment. $5 super chat, beers cheers to you. $10, we have a fun wheel we'll spin in just a second here. $20, we're doing a Falcons jersey giveaway. It's an entry for that, so you can pick the jersey and we'll send it to you. So $20 super chat gets you entered into that Falcons jersey giveaway entry. If you go into the settings right now, Reed, you can actually make that text fit. And then finally, a $100 super chat. That gets you added to our Dirty Birds Club. Here is the Dirty Birds Club through 2 preseason games, Jose Santana and Ken Ballard. If you want to get shout-outs throughout the entire 2024 season during our watch parties, along with our videos throughout the week, $100 super chat. It's the best club in Atlanta, if I do say so myself. Jose Santana, Ken Ballard, shout out to both of you for being the first 2 members of the Dirty Birds Club. $100 super chat, and you're going to get a year full of shout outs all season long here at Falcons Today. But Chris sent in a $10 super chat, so that is a wheel spin. We got a couple of fun items on the wheel. You want to spin it? Here we go. And it's off. Wheel spin for tonight for Chris and a $10 super chat. And one of my favorites, it might not be popular for all, but a little bit about your host. I love writing letters. I wrote 5 letters last night in just my, what was last night? Thursday? My Thursday night letter roundup. So if you want to get a letter, Chris, if you just comment, email me, Matthew at Chatsports, and I'll write you a letter with some predictions. We'll, talk 2024 Falcons football. So, Chris, if that's something of interest to you, let me know what your address is by emailing it to me, Matthew at chatsports.com. I think we can get that at the bottom. Maybe, maybe not. Might take a minute. But, yeah, Reed will get there for you in just a moment. But, Chris, appreciate your super chat as he sends in a $20 super chat as well. Okay. I like what Chris just did there. We're going to talk about the game in just a moment, I promise, because this is a football show. Yeah, Matthew at Chat Sports. Peter, the raffle today is a Falcons jersey. I figured it'd be best to let just the winner pick what jersey or what player they want. Within reason, I don't think I can swing or find like a Jake Matthews jersey, but Kirk Cousins, Drake London, Bijan, Kyle Pitts, those are all attainable. So I figured you should just be able to pick what player you want. Christopher, I appreciate your super chat. We'll get it on screen in just a moment. $20 super chat gets them added to the Falcons jersey raffle. I do want to tell you all, though, actually, I'll let Reed take care of this. While you're taking care of that, do you want to put the Venmo up really quickly? And then I'll let you sort out everything else I just put on your to-do list. Reed's going to hate me at the end of this watch party. It's just one thing after another with me. Okay, so speaking of that jersey raffle, that's going to be at the 2-minute warning of the fourth quarter. $20 super chat gets you added to it, but Venmos go a really long way to support us here because YouTube and Apple, believe it or not, if you're using an Apple product, they take a very large chunk out of super chats for themselves. It's not very nice if you ask me. Venmos go directly to support us here at Chat Sports. It's not me just like putting together my own slush fund. No, Venmos go to support the company by creating new jobs for people like Reed who joined the Chat Sports family not too long ago. Now, if you send in a $15 Venmo, that'll get you 2 raffle entries. So it's $5 less than a $20 super chat, and it gets you 2 Venmo or 2 jersey entries. So $15 Venmo at Matthew Petey. You can scan that QR code if you're watching on a tablet or the TV, or just go to Venmo at Matthew Petey. $15 gets you 2 entries for our jersey raffle, or a $20 super chat gets you 1. So really good value if you ask me over at Venmo, but whatever you prefer. But I do appreciate all the super chats rolling in. We'll let Reed catch up on all those in just a moment. But let's talk about this game just out loud for a second. It's probably not going to be one of the more exciting games just because there's not going to be starters out there for the most part. Looking for. Ooh, did I lie? I might have lied, everyone. This could be a bit of a wild card. Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix are both dressed for the game. It was somewhat widely reported that neither one was expected to play in the preseason finale, but as of 3 minutes ago, both players are in uniform warming up on the field right now. So that's a bit of a change that I did not expect to see, but I'm very, very happy to see. Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix are suited up for the Falcons preseason game. Maybe we are going to get some starters after all. The entire tone going into this week was it's probably going to be all third and fourth stringers again, but maybe Raheem Morris had a change of heart. I'm not sure. Christopher, let's get it going. I need a new jersey. Chris, best of luck to you. Right now, you're 1 of 1, but we always offer a free way to get into the jersey raffle. Every 100 likes, I'll pick someone out of the chat. So if you have not liked the video yet, make sure to do so, and it could get you a free entry into our jersey giveaway. Chris, thank you so much for your super chat, dude. Rise up. We got to get Chris on the Dirty Birds Club. $100 super chat. He's going to be our third member. I feel like he is knocking on the door. I'm excited. Like, that came out of nowhere somewhat. That Kirk Cousins fully dressed on the field for warm-ups. It's not a guarantee, but I don't know why he'd get dressed. Maybe, there's a possibility that they just wanted him to go through the pregame routine but not actually play. That's a non-0% chance.
I like when all players are dressed. You're part of the team. Even though you're not playing, just dress up.
Right. I do think it's somewhat important, like, hey, it's a new team. It's a little bit of a new schedule, so it's not, going to hurt you by getting dressed, going out there, warming up, and then 10 minutes before the game, go back into the locker room and take all your pads off and get in street clothes if you're not going to play. Sometimes guys get dressed and just stay dressed on the sideline for the whole game. Cousins used to do that in Minnesota, so that very well could be what's going on here, but definitely helps the chances of us seeing Cousins or Penix play, which would be a lot more enjoyable. Soy Boy with a $5 super chat. Beers cheers for Soy Boy. Appreciate you, dude. Cheers to Soy Boy from Reed and myself. Let's go ATL. Love from Cali. Everyone spam Soy Boy in the chat. Show him some love. He's showing the whole chat some love. 100+ people tuned in already. Soy Boy, first time super chatter as well. A little 2-clap action. A little 1-2. Let's go, Soy Boy. Soy Boy, let's go. Other things that are floating into my head right now as we get ready for the preseason finale. There are some fun roster battles to watch for if you enjoy getting in the weeds with me in terms of Falcons roster, like backup offensive line, Javon Gwynn, Kendall Hinton. I know these are backup guards, and that's not really going to be a very sexy topic, but if you enjoy nitty-gritty football, that's one to watch for. Natrone Brooks, the corner, he has really impressed so far. I feel like Atlanta has already kind of solidified its corners, but maybe we see Natrone Brooks make them rethink who makes the roster. Of course, do the Falcons take 3 quarterbacks, Cousins, Penix, and Heineke? Heineke needs to put together a strong game if he wants to stay on this roster. Maybe they roll with just 2 QBs. We'll have to wait and see. So watch for Taylor Heineke to try and secure a roster spot for himself. Defensive line, they're really deep at that position. Like Eddie Goldman, he did not even play in preseason week 2. We'll see if we see him tonight. Him not playing in week 2 makes me pretty confident that he's got a roster spot pretty much sewn up. He's the biggest guy in the team at 315-ish pounds. So that could go a long way in terms of stopping the run from a package standpoint, having a good personnel player like that. Other spots to keep an eye on with Justin Simmons being added. Could we see Justin Simmons? Unlikely, but maybe the Falcons toss him out there to get him ramped up a little bit before the regular season. Same goes for Matthew Judon. Unlikely, but you never quite know. That's just kind of been the MO of the Falcons preseason so far. Whole team appears to be dressed up, so I guess maybe I read a little bit too much into Penix and Cousins being dressed up, but I'm still going to hold out hope that we see one of them for a drive. That would just make it a much more entertaining first quarter. Jersey entry, good question. $20 super chat or a $15 Venmo. So my Venmo is at Matthew Petey. We got a Venmo in. Speak of the devil. Let's go. We'll get it on screen. This one's coming in from Tyrus Perkins. All right, that'll be on screen in just a moment, Mr. Tyrus. $15 Venmo, so he gets added into the jersey giveaway. Tyrus Perkins. Here, you could actually put it on screen. It's all saved right now, so let's see if it works. There it is, Tyrus! Let's go, Mr. Perkins! Let's go. I need a Bijan jersey. So I'm going way too fast. I need to slow down. Perkins gets 2 entries with a $15 Venmo. So $15 Venmo is 2 entries. $20 Super Chat is 1 entry. The reason being, YouTube and Apple take a big cut out of Super Chats, believe it or not. Venmos go right to Chat Sports. And they really help, the whole point of the Venmos is like, okay, we can take this money across all of our channels to create more jobs. And then with more jobs, the company gets to grow. I mean, when I started 3 years ago, almost now, it's been 3 years and a month, I was the 13th guy, and we're at 27 right now. So it's pretty wild to see just how much we have grown in 3 years. Super Chat menu, though, if you enjoy the free content we provide and you want to get on screen, $2 Super Chat, a shout-out. $5 Super Chat is a Beers Cheers. $10 a wheel spin. $20 Falcons jersey giveaway entry. That'll be at the 2-minute warning of the fourth quarter. And then a $100 Super Chat. Let's show them the Dirty Birds Club. It's Jose Santana and Ken Ballard. If you want to get shout-outs all season long, $100 Super Chat. We'll throw you on screen during our watch parties, during our videos throughout the week. Greatly, greatly appreciated. But if you do want to get added to that jersey raffle, $15 Venmo. Here's my Venmo information. We'll give you 2 raffle entries. So pretty good deal compared to 1 entry for a $20 Super Chat. But that is the deal of the day, so to speak. $15 Venmo at Matthew Petey gets you added. Okay. So let's ask everyone, should starters play in the preseason? That's the live poll. 66% of you say yes. Steven Lester is headed to the game right now. Enjoy the game, Lester. Let me know how it is, and let me know what you get for probably under $10. Or let me know how much you get for just $10. But should starters play in the preseason? There's no right or wrong way to manage preseason football for starters. I'm in the belief that starters should play. And it's not because I'm some 1960s hardo coach. I feel like with the new head coach, there's a lot of new going on. I'd like for that new going on to get smoothed out in the preseason. Have you ever had a new guy start at your place of work? And Reed. And everyone else that's been there for a while knows how things work. But the new guy doesn't want to look dumb, so they try to fit in without asking what could be a dumb question, and they end up making a mistake because no one told them that's how it works, and they didn't want to look dumb, so they didn't ask. This is not an apples-to-apples comparison, but I do think when the regular season gets here with a new head coach and a new quarterback, but a lot of pre-existing roster players, it's not a bad idea to have everyone give it a test run in the preseason so that if there are questions that pop up, there's no miscommunication in the regular season. What could that look like? What if Kirk Cousins walks to the line of scrimmage, he sees a defensive front he wasn't expecting, and he wants to look to Drake London and know, hey, there's only one high safety, you should run a go route. But Drake London and him maybe don't have that, telepathy. And because they didn't get smoothed out in the preseason, Drake London runs his predetermined route before the snap. And all of a sudden the two go, no, there was one safety. I wanted you to go deep. Oh, shoot, I didn't know that. Stuff like that. That happens for any new quarterback and wide receiver, quarterback and head coach. I just want it reduced in the regular season. And I feel like playing in the preseason could help reduce that.
To be fair.
So that's my 2 cents on it.
To be fair, they could have worked on that in practice. They could have had
yes,
like a
absolutely.
specific, like,
right.
hey, this is what we're going to do if this comes along.
Right.
And yes, it's not specifically in the preseason, which would make it better because it's a live a reaction to it and live reps. But I'm sure Kirk Cousins is a great quarterback.
Yeah.
He's been doing it for years. And Drake London's a smart wide receiver too. I bet they've worked on it after practice. They've done extra reps. But I think what you're saying is having that live reaction to it, I think would definitely help.
Yeah, I echo all that. Practice is very important. I mean, just watching Hard Knocks from 2 days ago, they were talking to Caleb Williams about the preseason game, and he was like, practice is a whole lot harder than this preseason game. So practice can definitely be beneficial to smoothing those things out without a doubt. But there is something that I believe can only be found in the game, and you can't replicate it in practice. And that is the unknown about the other team. When you go up against the same defense every day in practice, you might pick up on tendencies. When you go up against a new DB in a game, it's brand new. And that's the kind of stuff that I feel like can't be replicated in practice. How are you going to get a hold of us with the raffle? I'm Tyrus. I would actually need you to contact me, and that's very simple. Just email me if you end up winning the raffle, Matthew at Chat Sports. We've done a lot of these giveaways. They've never gone down the drain before or with a hiccup. So it's very simple, Tyrus. If you win, email me, and then we'll get you your jersey. So simple as that. Matthew Petey fan. Hey, Petey, I know this doesn't relate to the NFL, but did you see how many subs Cristiano Ronaldo, new channel, has already got? I did look at it within a few hours of it getting launched. I saw he got 1 million subscribers in the first 60 minutes. When I went and looked, he was at 7.5. The only thing that bugged me as a YouTuber, I mean, he's Cristiano Ronaldo. Just by creating an account, he's going to get 1 million, and understandably so. He put out 7 videos in about a 60-minute span. In the YouTube world, that's a big no-no. You can't flood someone's stream with a bunch of videos unless you're Cristiano Ronaldo, and then you can still get 1 million views on each one. If you ever noticed the channel, I spaced them out by about 24 hours or so, and that's not by accident. But I was like, frickin' Ronaldo can put up 7 videos in 30 minutes and have every single one kill because he's Cristiano Ronaldo. So I did see that. Still waiting to see if starters are playing. I'm looking for updates right now. Could have some Trevor Lawrence action. I'm not sure. I actually not kept up with the Jags preseason. Okay. It looks like things have been tempered down a little bit regarding players dressing for the game, saying don't read too much into it. I really want to see. I mean, I don't know why Raheem Morris would have a major 180 after saying Michael Penix was done for the preseason after the first game. You got it. No, it's just Matthew. There's no Peterson. Yeah. Jose Santana. PD, another super chat incoming via Venmo. Oh, we got a couple of Venmos. All right, we'll get them on screen here from Jose and from Patrick. All right, don't worry. I'm going to catch up on them all. I'm not neglecting you.
Also,
Patrick with a Venmo and Jose.
Also, Patrick and Jose, this goes for you too, and Tyrus. At the bottom of the screen here is PD's email. So if you win the raffle or you want to send him some funny memes.
Don't send me memes. I get enough spam emails because of this game I play.
I'm just kidding, but whoever needs it.
Unless they're really funny. Actually,
yeah, exactly.
I'll walk that back.
Yeah.
But don't send crappy ones.
If you send a bad one, he'll probably block you.
Yeah.
But no, whoever needs the email, it's right down there at the bottom.
Jose Santana will get all these Venmos on screen. And Patrick Robertson, trip to Bucks, Roberson, excuse me, trip to Bucks, need the merch. Jose Santana, $75 Venmo.
Oh my
Let's
goodness.
go, Jose. Everyone spam Santana in the chat right now. Show the man some love. Jose, salute to you, dude. Rise up. Get him 2 entries for our jersey giveaway. And then Patrick Roberson with a $20 Venmo. He's getting 2 entries as well. $15 Venmo gets you added to our jersey giveaway. That'll be at the 2-minute warning of the 4th quarter. We'll pick someone out. If you're unable to Venmo, no problem whatsoever. Every 100 likes, we're going to pick someone out of the chat for absolutely nothing. We're at 51 likes right now. We're halfway there. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button. I feel like I've had 12 Coors Light so far, not just 12 seconds of a sip. Patrick, thank you so much. Enjoy your road trip to the Bucs game. I feel like going on road trips in the NFL is very underrated. That's more common in like Major League Baseball, trying to hit all the ballparks and whatnot. NFL road trips, it's a business mission. Like, it's a business trip. You are out there to not represent the Falcons in a great way. You're out there to be on your worst behavior and come home with a win. Like, if you go on a road trip in the NFL, when you come back to work Monday and everyone's like, what'd you do? Went to Tampa for the game. Oh, hell yeah. Like, I almost want to shake your hand for bringing home a dub. That's how I view NFL road trips. Patrick, thank you so much for the Venmo. Same goes for Jose, along with, who was our first Venmo? We had Tyrus Perkins. Yep. Absolutely. We're closing in on 100 likes. When we get to 100 likes, that is another free entry to our jersey giveaway at the 2-minute warning of the 4th quarter. Okay, Bradley's in the chat. We got A137 Sauce. Jared's here. Tyree, Peter, Jason. David Anderson's in the chat. Good to see you, David. 130 people tuned in, 63 likes. Hit that thumbs up button. Looking for more updates. I don't think we're going to see Penix or Cousins play after all. Roberson. No T. Trey, what's going on, dude? Thank you so much for tuning in. Rise up. Ty Man the Buckeye. Couldn't do without you. How close are we to kickoff? 25 minutes away. Closing in. Who do you got? Falcons or Jags? I don't think Trevor Lawrence is playing. Maybe he is. I'm not really sure. I don't know what to expect out of the Jags. The Jags are not a team I keep up with very closely. Like, from afar. They had offensive line issues last year. They're running back pretty much the same offensive line. I think they got one new player on their O-line. They got Anton Harrison, Brandon Sheriff, Ezra Cleveland. I'm pretty optimistic about Travis Etienne, though. I think he's going to be a pretty good player for Jacksonville this season. Hit that thumbs up button. Who's the rookie wide receiver they drafted? Who's the rookie receiver? Brian Thomas Jr. Thank you. I forgot about him. I haven't heard his name once in the preseason. David Anderson with a $2 super chat. Pete Roberson. Let's go, dude. Let's go. $2 super chat from David. After David's super chat, I want to tell everyone about game time. So, David, cheers to you, my man. Even for a $2 super chat, a little beer cheers. Jared, if this does not wake up the Falcons from post Super Bowl I don't know what that means. Am I stupid? Sometimes I get lost in the chat. Okay. We're all caught up on the Venmos. Tyrus, Jose, Patrick. David, working on music for your intro. I'm excited. Don't know what to expect. We've had a couple of viewers send in. Our Eagles channel has a DJ who likes the channel a lot. He made a whole mixtape. It was pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. The whole office ate it up. It was awesome. Really quickly, though, I want to tell everyone watching about Game Time. So, today's show is sponsored by Game Time. You see, Game Time is a new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app today, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. If you want to go catch a Braves game, a Falcons game, or any other sporting event in your local area, visit Game Time first. They offer the Game Time guarantee, which is if you find tickets in the same section and row for less, they will credit you 110% of the difference. Terms apply, but again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS, CHAT Sports, for $20 off your first purchase. All that information is in the comments and description of today's video. Shout out to Game Time for supporting us all at Chat Sports. Go support them as well. Download Game Time today. What time is it? Game time. Okay. We got Adamus with a $2 super chat, and we are closing in on 100 likes. We're 23 likes away, so go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Adamus, what's going on, my guy? Hey, Petey, ready for ATL to kick some ass? I am. I've never thought about kicking ass in preseason. I don't like the idea of going undefeated in the preseason, but I also don't like the idea of going winless in the preseason. And they've kind of been, no, they haven't been curb stomped. No, that's too harsh. They haven't looked very competitive in either preseason loss against Miami or Jacksonville, but either way, it's okay. Jamie, too legit to quit. Should the song be Thunderstruck? What do you think? Come on. I will say if you actually want to make like an intro video for us, it has to be royalty-free music because YouTube copyright laws are nothing to mess with. So you can't use any song that's not from YouTube's free library of royalty-free songs. So that is the one catch with YouTube and intro stuff. We are 20 likes away from 100. If we get to 100 likes, I'm going to pick someone out of the chat for a free entry into our Falcons jersey raffle, which will be at the 2-minute warning of the fourth quarter. Oh, you're using our music. Okay, thank you. I saw someone else mention, like, Thunderstruck, and I didn't want to give anyone the wrong idea. Christopher with a $15 Venmo! It's Christopher Stiggers. Let's go, Chris! Working on that jersey, Rise Up ATL, Dirty Birds, Hot Atlanta. That was probably the most cliche sentence about Atlanta I've ever read. Or maybe not cliche, but like, I guess cliche. Oh, he's got 2 more. Yeah, so 2 more on top of it. Yep. Uh-huh. Yep. Christopher, appreciate your Venmo, $15. That's 2 entries for the jersey giveaway. Christopher, working on that jersey, Rise Up ATL, Dirty Birds, Hot Atlanta. All you need is like, what do you have? And then you got it all right there. Okay, 20 likes away. Let's get there. 14 away. Looking for updates. That's okay. Looking like we're going to get Taylor Heineke out there. By the way, I have a bone to pick with the audience right now. We're 15 minutes away from kickoff, so I can air out my grievance really quickly. I made a fun video about Falcons fantasy football draft guide and preview. It sucked, like, from a viewership perspective. The hell? You guys asked for it last week. Me and Reed hopped in the lab. Some videos take a little while to make. This was one of those videos. I got no views to show for it. I'll be lucky to get to 1,000 views. Oh, no. Oh yeah. Oh, no. It stunk. It stunk out loud. I'm disappointed. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. If you haven't watched it, it's the most recent video on the channel. If you would like to watch a video before your fantasy football draft for the top 5 players in the Falcons, please do so. I'm a little hurt. That's all. I'm just a little hurt.
It took me a while to build that show, too.
Yeah. Elon Mill, can anyone confirm that $9 million can be used to grab someone else? Are we talking about the $9 million created from A.J. Terrell's extension? I don't think that extension was done just to sign someone. Like, that's kind of malpractice, right? You're like, let's lock ourselves in for the largest 4-year contract ever given to a cornerback so we can sign someone this year. Like, if it works out both ways, awesome. Like, you wanted to extend them and you got to sign someone as well, cool. But yeah, it does open up some cap space for this year to spend. Teams, by the way, like to roll some money over, like to put some money to the side just in case a midseason injury pops up and they want to sign someone. You'd like to have a couple of million put in your piggy bank. But if not, you want to roll it over into next year, help your future cap space out. So just keep that in mind as well. Austin, what's the Venmo? Excellent question. Matthew Petey. So we can either get the Venmo at the bottom. Yeah. We all caught up on Venmos? I think so. Okay. Got to pay Judon after the season, too. I don't know what... The Matthew Judon thing was just kind of weird. He wanted an extension from the Patriots. He goes to the Falcons, and he's happy to not get one. Then why were you sitting out in New England? Matthew Petey. Did anyone else find that to be a little bit strange? To be like, I want an extension, that's why I'm holding out. Get to new team, I got to earn it. I don't disagree with that, but it's just like, why hold out for the beginning then?
I think he just wanted out of New England.
I agree, but also there was some chatter about maybe him going back to New England after this season and like re-signing there. He was also very in love with New England. He was a big fan of playing for the Patriots. The whole thing was just kind of strange, I felt. And he didn't go to the Bears because the Bears wanted to extend him. They didn't want to trade for him just to be there for one season. They wanted it to be a trade and an extension. And he didn't want to get extended from the Bears. What? The whole thing was just kind of a bit bizarre, I guess we'll call it. 4 likes away from 100. Once we get to 100 likes, we're going to get a free entry for our jersey raffle, which will be at the 2-minute warning of the fourth quarter. 3 likes away. Let's get there. 3 likes away. If you're ready, by the way, for the game to get underway, start spamming A for ATL right now in the chat. Spam A for ATL, and we'll get someone picked out of the chat for a free entry for the jersey giveaway. 1 like away. Start spamming A. I believe we can get 1 more like, too. 1 more like, and then start spamming A, and you could get entered into a raffle for a free jersey giveaway. 103 likes. Let's go. Okay, 103 likes. Are we ready? I'm going to pick someone out of the chat. A beer cheers indeed. Picking someone out of the chat in 3, 2, 1. I've got Ben B. Ben B. Ben B. Justin Simmons, dressed and on the field, number 31. Let's go. I'm so excited for Falcons Saints. It's not for a little bit. Is it week 5 or week 6? Someone can fact check me. But still, Justin Simmons, if he picks off the Saints, they're going to be in shambles. Simmons is dressed. I repeat. Uniform, helmet, everything. Justin Simmons is dressed for the game. Now, it remains to be seen whether or not he plays in the game. Today's show, by the way, is also brought to you by Prize Picks. See, Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. You can now win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. I'm talking turning $10 into $1,000. Now, Prize Picks has super cool promotions like lowering select player stats projections on Tuesdays to help your lineup hit. Now, if you are looking for an example, These are the season-long stat projections that I'm rolling with. So hop aboard before the season kicks off. I like the less on Patrick Mahomes' passing yards. It's a big number for a guy who's down his number 1 wide receiver before the year begins. Also like the more on Tyreek Hill and Saquon Barkley's yardage and Garrett Wilson's receptions now that he has Aaron Rodgers. So download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. That's code CLNS on PrizePicks for a deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy at PrizePicks. We got a Venmo rolling in. Here it is from Austin Leo. Rise up, beers down. I like it, Austin. Austin getting added to the jersey giveaway as well. Let me get you on screen, Austin. Austin Leo. Okay. Austin, shout out to you. $20 Venmo. That gets you added to our jersey raffle. 2 entries to be exact. $20 Super Chat also gets you added, but just 1 entry. $15 Venmo gets you added, but twice. Cheers to you, Austin. The reason being, YouTube takes a significant cut out of Super Chats. You can Google it if you'd like to see the exact number. It's kind of scary. But anyway, I probably shouldn't say that on their service because I feel like they're going to come for me now. But Venmos go directly to us here at Chat Sports. They help grow the company, help create more jobs so we can grow as a company from a personnel standpoint. So if you like what we do here and you want a Super Chat, Venmos are also a great way, and they're very, very much appreciated. Okay, Super Chat menu, though. All these Super Chats, by the way, go for Venmos as well. But there's better deals. $2 Super Chat, it's a shout-out. $5 a Beers Cheers. $10. We've only had 1 wheel spin so far. Can we get another $10 Super Chat or Venmo, for that matter? Either one will spin the wheel. $20 gets you added to our Falcons jersey giveaway. We're going to do that at the 2-minute warning of the 4th quarter. And then $100 Super Chat or Venmo, you get added to our Dirty Birds Club. You're going to get shout-outs for the entire 2024 season during all of our watch parties and routinely through our weekday videos here on the channel. So if you want to get a bunch of love and you want to show us a bunch of love, $100 Super Chat will add you to the Dirty Birds Club. We can show them the Dirty Birds Club real quick. It includes Jose Santana and Ken Ballard so far, but we're looking for member number 3. They're getting a little bit lonely. Let's give them some company here at Falcons Today. We're closing in on 24,000 subscribers as well, so if you have not subscribed, make sure to do so. Getting ready for kickoff, though, 10 minutes away. Ooh, we got some cool pictures emerging from Kirk Cousins. I'm excited that Kirk Cousins at least dressed for this game. We needed pictures of Kirk Cousins in a Falcons uniform. I was getting tired of finding, like, small JPEGs of him from mandatory minicamp. Just from a creator standpoint, I really need some Kirk Cousins fully dressed pictures. That sounded weird. Dressed in a Falcons uniform. Or nudes, too. That would actually probably get a lot of clicks. Kirk Cousins sex tape? Yeah. D'Angelo Malone has a monster game tonight and also makes the roster. B, I got bad news. I don't think he makes the roster. I don't think D'Angelo Malone makes this roster. I think if there is an extra spot to go to an outside linebacker, Bradley and I think has been more impressive so far. So for me, the outside linebackers, Matt Judon, James Smith-Williams, Lorenzo Carter, Arnold Ebiketie. I think those are your 4. If they take 5, I'd go with an eye before D'Angelo Malone. Jared wants to spin that wheel. $10 Super Chat, and we'll spin it. What other questions or comments you guys have down below? Rise up, beers down. I love it. Archangel, I like it too. Archangel watched our fantasy football video. I saw him in the comment section. The rest of you, shame. Oh, Matt Judon's in his jersey. Because anyone want to guess what number he is? It's not the number that he wore in New England. I'm trying to remember, after looking at him on all my thumbnails for a month, what number that was. I think it was a single-digit number. But he is wearing number 15 for the Falcons.
So my question, is he going to wear the Falcons' red sleeves?
He is wearing red sleeves, yes.
Yep.
He is pretty notorious for wearing red sleeves.
I like what Samuel and Caleb and Vid and all doing. Spam 15 in the chat for Matthew Judon.
Let's welcome
welcome him
Judon.
in.
Who are you more excited about, Judon or Simmons? Honestly, like, this is a tough question, but if you could only pick one, which one would you rather have? I'd probably go with. See, I think Simmons is a better overall player, but not as valuable as a position as edge rusher. So there's kind of pros to it and cons each side. I'll go with Judon because they really needed a pass rusher, whereas like having Bates and Simmons together is just unfair, but it's kind of a luxury. You need a pass rusher, and they didn't really have one. So I'll go with Judon, even though I think Simmons, like pound for pound, is probably a better player than Judon. Penix should change numbers. 9 I like 9. What's your quarterback number? Like, what's your favorite number for a quarterback to wear?
I like single-digit numbers. That's just me, though.
Okay. No, I don't think it's a bad idea.
I love 2.
I don't like 2. I think 2
I love
just
2 and 3.
Patrick with a $10 Venmo. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh.
To spin the wheel.
Let's go.
Patrick Roberson, $10 Venmo. Rise up. I want to spin it. All right. Patrick Roberson with another Venmo. Let's go, Patrick. $10 Venmo. Spin that wheel. Patrick, are we ready? Let's get the wheel on.
Let's get it. Let me. I just wanted to show his.
Yeah. Gotta show him the love.
Make sure that I'm getting him 2 more entries too.
No, $15 Venmo.
Oh, 15.
Yeah.
Sorry. Good catch. Sorry, Patrick.
I don't want to screw everyone else over and open up the floodgates. That's all, Patrick.
It's a good idea. All right, let me get this ready.
175 people tuned in. We are just a few minutes away from kickoff if they kick off on time. This is preseason football after all. It has not been, if we're being honest, one of the more exciting preseasons. That's just been like a byproduct of the decision-making of the coaching staff to sit all their starters and backups. So it is what it is, but you don't want to peak in the preseason anyway. I can't wait for the regular season. That's why I always say football is not back until the regular season gets here. Okay.
All right.
Are we ready to spin that wheel for Patrick Roberson?
Ready,
Patrick,
set, go.
This one's for you. The wheel will land on...
Beer cheers. Beer cheers.
Beer cheers. He was very close to 3 jersey raffle entries.
That is.
By the way, it's hard to read on the wheel. There is not a single wheel thing that says, like, no, you got nothing.
Yeah.
You know, I cannot stand wheels that say, sorry. Like, unless it's free to spin, you can't do that to people. I feel like that's too mean.
This feels like a roulette wheel.
Yeah.
Someone will win.
There's a wheel like this at a bar near my apartment. I think I did the math. There's 15 options on it. 8 basically end in you get nothing, but they just reword it differently. There's over a 50% chance. And by the way, it costs $5 to spin. So
Ours costs 10, but you win something.
You win something every time. There's a $5 to spin. Greater than 50% chance you get absolutely nothing. And the stuff you do get costs $5.
Yeah.
So why not just spend it on that item? There's only one thing on there that's worth more than $5.
Yeah.
So
I think it's so funny too. This is a sidebar. When I have my mic on, they can hear me click.
Yeah.
I think it's so funny.
Don't click too loud now. Okay. Archangel, you're my man. Okay. Rise up, Patrick, indeed. Shout out to Jose Santana showing some love in the chat. So we were talking about Simmons and Judon. This Falcons defense. One, I like Raheem Morris as a DC a lot, and as a head coach, I sure hope that he can, improve the defense around him, even if he's not directly overseeing it like Jimmy Lake will, but still, he's the head coach. He'll have a good hand in it. But this Falcons defense, it's going to be better than people, I think, expect. I don't think it's going to blow people away, but it's going to outkick its coverage. It's okay. Christopher, which quarterback has Simmons intercepted the most? Yeah. Christopher, I don't know the answer for sure, but I can make an educated guess. It would have to be a quarterback he faces often. And as a lifetime Bronco up until this year, that would be AFC West QBs. Could be the Raiders with Derek Carr. He overlapped with Derek Carr for a long time up until this last year. Chargers have had Herbert, and then before Herbert, I think he got a little bit of Phillip Rivers. But the Chiefs have had Patrick Mahomes the entire time. Well, no, not the entire time. I forgot he came 2 years later. I'm feeling Mahomes because Christopher asked this question for a specific reason. So I'll go with Patrick Mahomes. Christopher, give us the trivia answer whenever you're ready.
Jamie has a good point. Koo is on the watch tonight because he did miss some
yeah, that's a great
kicks.
point. I kind of blocked that out because it's the kicker and it doesn't occupy too much space in my head. Let's go. I would say if Younghoe Koo misses a single kick tonight, there should be a kicker at Flowery Branch tomorrow morning. Yeah. Koo has to go perfect tonight. One miss. Doesn't matter. Make sure to subscribe, by the way. There's a bunch of reasons on screen right now. But I'm being serious. You can have a bad preseason game, and we can forget all about it when the regular season gets here. But I don't think kickers need to flip a switch when the regular season gets here. You either make it or you miss it. It's very simple. It doesn't change from the preseason to the postseason. So I think if there's a single miss from Younghoe Koo tonight, not that he needs to get fired or cut, but there needs to be a kicker brought in so that if this problem persists into the regular season, you at least already have an idea as to who you'd want to bring in. That's my two thoughts right there.
Supposedly, the game should be starting.
Yeah, I don't buy it.
But we don't know yet.
It should be kickoff right now.
Should be.
Let's get ready for the game. If you're excited, 200 plus people watching right now, hit that thumbs up button. We got 122 likes. If we get to 200 likes, we're going to pick someone out of the chat for a free entry into our jersey giveaway, which will be at the 2-minute warning of the fourth quarter. But if you are ready for kickoff, start spamming ATL. It is 7 p.m. Eastern. Time to kick things off. Let's go.
Maybe if they spam ATL fast enough,
yeah, we'll kick the game off.
Who knows?
I hope so. I'm giving shout-outs to everyone who does so.
Woo.
Time Man the Buckeye, Cody, Kukios, Indigo, Braden. Okay, now it's moving fast. Jared, Jose, Christopher, Archangel, Austin, Matthew Petey fan, nobody. Oh, nobody's typing JAX. No. Mason B's here. Good to see you, Mason. Ralph Jackson, Brody Brown, Peter, Toby, Tony, Peter, Ralph Jackson, Archangel. Let's go. Get the ATLs rolling in the chat right now. Should be kickoff now at any moment. Come on, NFL preseason. This is why. It's not actually the sole reason why I don't like the preseason. Not because they don't really run on time or have any punctuality to them, but preseason week 1's the biggest tease any man can get. I really think so. Ooh, we're getting a wheel edition.
I'm adding something to the wheel.
We got a whole. Oh my goodness!
Oh!
Ken
Give me
Ballard with a $100 super chat. Let's go! Everyone, start spamming Ken. Ken, I'm getting the game on because it's on NFL Network, so I don't have to watch through NFL Plus anymore, which is a godsend. No, it's okay. We've gone this far without it. ESPN thing? Yeah. We've gone this far. Ken Ballard, a $100 super chat. Ken Ballard, salute to you and fuck the Saints. I'll say it out loud. Let's go, Ken. Man, I don't know if I've ever met someone that hates the Saints more than Ken Ballard. Ken Ballard's 2 super chats have just completely revolved around hating the Saints. When Saints week gets here, it's Ken Ballard fight week. I want to go to Bourbon Street with Ken because he's going to be on his worst behavior. He's going to be in a Kyle Pitts jersey. He'll probably actually have multiple jerseys on and just peel them off as the day goes on. Home, away, alternate. Ken, shout out to you, man. $100 super chat. We got to get him into our jersey raffle giveaway, and we got to spin the wheel for Ken. $100 super chat and a beer's cheers. You get a little bit of everything, Ken.
I'm adding something to the wheel.
Okay, I'm excited. Jose, I saw your Venmo. Don't worry. We got a Venmo from Jose as well. Jose Santana, spin it, baby, and add me 2 more raffles. I like Jose's, bang for his buck right there. 2 raffle entries and a wheel spin with a $25 Venmo. Ken Ballard, thanks all. Ken, thank you, dude. Rise up, Ken, and F the Aints. F the Aints indeed, Ken. Our Saints host here at Chat Sports, Trace, is a good pal of mine. He hates the Falcons. He talks a lot of shit online about the Falcons. And I've never quietly looked forward to a game so much just to dunk on him the moment it's over when the Falcons win. Jason hates Trace. Jamie, no problem if you can't send in a Venmo or a super chat. Just like the video, and who knows? We could be picking Jamie Payne next when we get to 200 likes.
Well, for some reason, the alternating color didn't work for the one that I added. So
Okay.
there's 2 reds next to each other, but
It is what it is.
it's all right.
Okay, so for Ken, we got to spin the wheel. And we have a wheel spin for Jose because he sent in a $25 Venmo.
All right. So that's 2 more for Jose, correct?
Yes, 2 more for Jose.
So, Jose now has 2.
No,
When did he?
he's got them before. He sent in a $75.
Oh, he sent, yeah. Right. Oh, I see. I have it there.
Jose's up to 5, I think, with this last one.
Is he?
Yeah, you got 2 right now. You got 2 earlier. So that's 4 right there. And then he Venmoed earlier, too. Did he not?
Well, he doesn't have any super chats.
Oh,
It's only
he has 4.
So
He has 4.
He's got 4.
He's got
4 entries.
I thought he Venmoed. That's my fault.
I had his 2 entries in there already.
Ben, the winner will be announced at the 2-minute warning of the 4th quarter. So if you don't stick around, just come back then. And whoever the winner is, all I need them to do is email me, Matthew at Chat Sports, so I can get your address and I can mail you the jersey. That's all it takes. It's very simple. Ben, best of luck, though. Okay, some wheel spins. As we are still awaiting kickoff, I promise we're not picking the wheel over the game. They are just taking their sweet time in Atlanta. So, some wheel spins. Are we ready? This first one should be for Ken. Keep it organized.
Yes.
This wheel spin is for Ken Ballard. Ken, let's roll. First wheel for Ken is a beer cheers. Back-to-back beer cheers.
Back-to-back beer cheers.
Cheers to Ken Ballard. By the way, they're getting ready to kick it off now. So after this next wheel spin for Jose, we'll be with you for the rest of the game as the Jags send it high into the Atlanta sky.
And the wheel is going.
Return gets across the 25 and taken down at the 33.
Oh, is it the new one that I bought?
Oh.
2-minute shot clock.
Okay, so here's how the shot clock works. We'll actually call it a drive clock. That's a little bit easier as Taylor Heineke comes on the field with the first team, with the backup offense. Until the Falcons punt, every single super chat or Venmo we get, no matter the amount, is a beer cheers or a shot. So start peppering us with super chats, no matter the amount, or Venmos from now until the Falcons punt. And every single one, no matter the amount, is a shot or a chug of beer. First and 10, and Heineke's pass is incomplete over the middle, looking for KC Washington. All backups are in. I repeat, all backups are in for Atlanta to open up this game. No starters whatsoever on the field. The Jags are playing some of their starters. I just saw Arik Robertson and Trayvon Walker on the field. So a highly paid free agent and a first overall draft pick. Second and 10 for the Falcons at their own 32. Chris, I echo your emoji. Snap to Heineke. Throw to the right flat is dropped. It's dropped. It goes through the hands of John Fitzpatrick. That's a tight end that's battling with Ross Dwelly for that third tight end spot. Can't have a drop when you're fighting for a roster spot. Cody Massey! $15 Venmo! Or Super Chat, I'm sorry. Cheers to you, Cody. And we'll get a wheel spin at the next commercial break. They stopped working. Third and 10. Shot clock's going to be up if they don't convert here. Heineke throwing over the middle. It's caught. First down. Big gain. KC Washington, the rookie out of Illinois, gets them all the way to Jacksonville's 48. Gain of 20-plus yards. Cody Massey, rise up, though. You've been in the chat for a long time at this channel. So good to see you, my guy. First and 10, Heineke avoids pressure, rolls to the right. Flag comes flying in. He'll tuck it and slide. Gets about 6 yards. Probably going to be a holding that wipes it all away. Get another beers cheers to Cody for that $15 super chat. Third and 10, the Falcons convert. Nice play by the rookie receiver, KC Washington. First down, Atlanta, although I think they just got a penalty. I get to see the updated yardage now. First and 20, the Falcons at their own 42 now. Look at the chat. Time Man's doing your job for you. It's a run up the middle that goes nowhere. Time Man. We were talking about you in the office the other day. I'm trying to remember what the... I'll try to remember. It was funny, though.
Thanks,
it was all in good humor. We were like, Time Man at home must have a blank setup. Second and 19 coming up. That last rush went for nothing. We were talking about like broadcasters who get like, after ESPN made some moves, like I wonder if Time Man keeps up with like all the chat sports hosts and their personnel movements. Second and 19, Heineke ducks out of a sack. He will pitch it forward. It is caught, and something out of nothing, what could have been a loss of 5, ends up being a gain of 6 or 7. Carlos Washington, him and Jace McClellan, I think, are battling for that last running back spot after Avery Williams. I feel like it could go either way. The only reason I think that they'll keep Jace McClellan and cut Carlos Washington is, my guess is they feel that they can probably get Carlos Washington on the practice squad, but if they release Jace McClellan, a 6th-round draft pick like that who's a little bit younger might get picked up by another team off the waiver wire. Washington could sneak through. Third and 12 from the 50. Heineke passing, incomplete. So Heineke throws it too tall for the receiver, and the Falcons will be forced to punt from the 50 after getting a first down, but a holding call kind of derailed that drive. So the Falcons will punt. I guess we'll see Trevor Lawrence, too. We saw the first-team defense for the Jags. I'm not sure how they feel that Taylor Heineke and KC Washington picked up 20 yards on them. Fourth and 12. There's a flag. I think this is going to be a false start on Atlanta. Yep. So a jump from someone on the line, and it'll now be a 5-yard backup. Yeah, Jeff, we can drop a link to the link we're in right now. Here it is. I've never done that before, but I suppose it can be done. It just takes you right here. JC Tornado. What's good, my guy? Devin Duvernay. Ooh, I know that name. He returns it for a minimal gain, but there's a flag down. Devin Duvernay? Yes. From the Ravens. Patrick with another $15 Venmo. Rise up, need the entries. Let's go, Patrick. I think we got to put Jose and Patrick's Venmos on.
Oh,
yeah. So, personal foul on the Jags, blocking a player out of bounds. Jose Santana, rise up, Dirty Birds Club member. Patrick Roberson with a $15 Venmo, getting at it with 2 entries for the jersey giveaway. So it only took 3 minutes for 3 penalties to be thrown and a punt, and the Jags backed up deep in their own territory. Okay, we've got, you want to, actually, let me just ask a quick question here. We'll just kind of spitball for the next 2.5 minutes. Impromptu, based on the commercial on TV right now. Favorite delivery pizza place. Go-to spot. You're in charge of calling pizza. You get to pick. What are you picking? No free ads, but what are you picking? Patrick? Roberson? What are you picking? Reed? What are you picking? I'm going to go with Papa John's. Papa John's. I also like Pizza Hut.
I'm a Domino's guy.
See, I hate Domino's. And it's just a little bit because of the reason you like it is the reason I don't like it. And I think the reason you like it is, do you like the crust?
So I go between, I like the thin crust that they have.
Oh, that's cardboard. It's disgusting.
I like it. I don't know why.
No.
But I go between, I can't choose between which one I like better. I like their thick crust too. But I don't know. Just Domino's, it's just the go-to for me. I don't know.
Let's see. Archangel says Marco's. My fiance loves Marco's. It's right by her house in the Lake Lanier area, and we always get meatball pizza from Marco's. Christopher says Pizza Hut. I'm with you there. So does Cody. Matt Jacobs. Domino's has quietly stepped up their game. LH is having Papa John's right now. I go Papa John's, then Pizza Hut. Reckless Dom with a $10 super chat. Papa John's all damn day. Rise up, baby. Do you guys know that one TikToker, Instagram dude that works at Papa John's that makes those motivational videos? I like him. He's fun. If he's in the chat right now, he's my hero. Reckless Dom 16, rise up, dude. Go-to pizza topping? How about this? Not go-to. What's your unpopular pizza topping? I like pineapple. Reed and I are in the same camp. I don't give a fuck. I like pineapple on a pizza. Oh, you don't?
I don't like pineapple.
Oh my god, I misread the situation. I said go to unpopular. What do you like that others
I thought
don't?
you said unpopular, I don't like it. No. Pineapple does not belong on pizza.
What topping would you order that everyone else would hate at the group? If anyone orders veggie, I want to throw it out.
I was gonna say peppers.
I hate that. I hate it. If I wanted the salad, I would never have it anyway. But still, no. 7-yard gain, by the way. The Jags have their first team offense in, so we can kind of buckle in for Trevor Lawrence. It will likely be at max 1 quarter. 2nd and 3, he'll hand it off left side. ETN. Oh, he's gone. Not quite. He just tripped over himself at the 35. He could have gotten a whole lot more. He falls short. But a big burst from the 30-year man out of Clemson. JC, Godfather's Pizza. I recently watched a movie I'd never seen before. It had Kevin Spacey in it, and it's set in Atlanta, and they're like burglars. Does anyone know what movie I'm talking about? I forgot what it was called. It was an okay movie. 1st and 10. Baby Driver. Thank you. You were very quick, Marvel. 1st and 10. In the gun. Lawrence from his own 35. Looking to throw. Left side incomplete. Intended for the rookie out of LSU, Brian Thomas. Pete Roberson, I'm picking Papa John's all day, baby. William, Falcons only team that doesn't give starters reps in preseason, builds confidence in nothing else. Reckless Dom, Papa John's all damn day, baby. Rise up. Reckless Dom, rise up to you. Thank you so much.
I can get behind Papa John's.
I like Papa
before
John's.
Pizza Hut.
What I really like about Pizza Hut is I love the stuffed crust. I'm a sucker for it. By the way, when did hot honey become like the new big thing for pizza? Someone had the idea of like, we put hot honey on this, we can charge $500 and they'll buy it. 1st and 15, play fake for Lawrence, throwing over the middle, has a man wide open, across the 50, inside the 40, taken down at the 33. It's the rookie, Brian Thomas. Well, that kind of took the fun out of the pizza conversation. Bit not very nice. Well, that's 3rd string defense for you. 1st and 10. In the gun. Snap to Lawrence. He's surveying, throwing to the right. It is caught. Is that Brian Thomas again? No, it's ETN, sorry. Is that a 1 or a 7? Fantasy football talk. I think I'm all in on Travis Etienne this year in like round 2. He was quietly very good. There's also, like, we were spoiled for my generation of mid-20s. The running backs we had growing up were awesome in fantasy football. They would go 1, 2, 3, 4 in fantasy. Now, maybe Christian McCaffrey goes top 5 and that's it. They need to fix the running back market. Bijan and CMC are the only RBs going in round 1. Maybe Barkley. 2nd and 7 to the right is a minimal gain. Manuel Ramos, how's Kirk looking? He's looking pretty good in sweats. No starters are playing tonight, and not even the backups are in. I'm watching Tommy Togiai, and I believe Zion Logue and Brandon Dorless man the defensive line against the Jacksonville Jaguars starting 5. So that kind of tells you what we're working with right now. 3rd and 5 from the Atlanta 28. Lawrence, play clock, winding down, takes the snap. Pressure getting to him. He floats it. It's caught. The camera guy's drunk. P.J. Washington ends up catching it. There is a flag. It's going to move the ball inside the red zone. I think this is going to be a roughing the passer, or it could be a chop block. Foul, roughing the passer. So 1st down, Atlanta. That gets them into a goal-to-go situation. You tell me. I don't remember. Moves them inside the Game Time red zone. Download Game Time today. $20 off your first purchase when you use code CHATSPORTS. I didn't see who the flag was on, though. Is that D'Angelo Malone? Was that Malone who got the flag? Pete, I actually was able to deduce that you were Patrick Roberson. 1st and goal. It's a run. Stopped just outside the 5. Nope. Second and goal. Zion Logue, a rookie out of Georgia. I don't know if he'll make the 53 just because they've got so many guys at that position. Pitch to the right. It's a run for ETN. He has a lead blocker, and he's unable to slip out of a tackle. Nice tackle made in the open field. Kevin King. That's a great tackle. That's supposed to be a top 10 running back. He's got a blocker. It's one-on-one at the 5. This is mano a mano. This is football. Stop him or he scores a touchdown. He makes the tackle. Great play by Kevin King. Really good play by 32. Third and goal from the 6. Come on, D. Let's get a stop. Let's get a stop. What do you say? Who wants to make a play? Lawrence drops back. Throwing. End zone. Touchdown. Evan Ingram. Guess who's in coverage? Kevin King. Damn it. I mean, that's unfortunate. It's a starting quarterback and a starting tight end who's 6'6" or something ridiculous against 2 backups. That's what you get. So, early lead for the Jags midway through the first quarter. The extra point is good. Touchdown Jacksonville. Evan Ingram hauls it in from Trevor Lawrence. That's probably going to be the last time we see Lawrence and the Jags, like the starters, I should say. They put on a 5-minute touchdown drive. I don't know what more Doug Peterson wants to see from them, especially after his quarterback took an unnecessary roughness hit. Okay. While they're at commercial, though, I do want to tell everyone watching about all of our great friends over at Game Time. Game Time is a new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. Now, one thing I really like about Game Time is their all-in pricing option. If you toggle it, you can see the total cost up front with no surprise fees at checkout. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply, but again, create an account and redeem code CHAT Sports for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply, but all that information is in the comments and description of today's video. Download Game Time today, because what time is it? Game time. 7-0 bad guys. That's the bad news. The really bad news is we get to watch Taylor Heineke now. I was actually kind of looking forward to the Falcons being on defense because then we got to watch Trevor Lawrence. Now we have this. Jamie Payne, I've been subscribed for about a year now and hit the like every time. Like your work. Thank you very much, Jamie. I love what I do. It's an absolute honor to hang out with you all pretty much every single day and talk Dirty Birds. Ian, Chiefs Kingdom. The Bright Wolf. Listen, guys, we can't start our starters. This is preseason. It doesn't matter. We don't want to risk our starters for something that doesn't really matter. We put so much into the team this year. I get that. I do get the injury argument. What I think that's just something you can't prove and something that from afar it's hard to say definitively. If you don't play your starters at least a little bit, how easily can they flip the switch and get ready for week 1? Like if you're down 10-0 at the end of the first quarter against the Steelers, I can't actually go to you and say, see, that's because they didn't play their starters. I can't prove it. You can prove playing starters is a bad idea if someone gets injured. But there's nothing I can do. And by I represent the entire play your starters a little bit in the preseason side. Because what evidence can I point to, right? I guess if I really wanted to, I could do some hardcore research on teams that don't play their starters in the preseason and how they fare in the regular season. I'm not going to take the time to do that. It seems like an absolute ginormous project undertaking. I don't even know how you begin to like track all 32 teams. What do you define as playing your starters? A series? Too tough to do. 1st and 10, Heineke steps back on the field. Snap to Taylor. It's a keeper. He rolls to the right. He dumps it off. Nice hurdle! John Fitzpatrick repents for his drop earlier. Picks up 8 to 9 on 1st down with a hurdle in the middle. We have 251 people watching, 153 likes. We're 47 likes away from 200. When we get to 200 likes, we're going to pick someone out of the chat and enter them for free into our jersey raffle, which will be at the 2-minute warning of the 4th quarter. 2nd and 1, Heineke at his own 40. Takes the snap. He will keep it on the option, and Heineke flashing in the legs. He'll get 2 yards and a fresh set of downs. That looked like me in NCAA. I'm awful at deciding whether or not to keep it or to give it. First and 10. From the 42. Heineke hands it off on the end around. Just a 2-yard gain. Drummond took the handoff. Ooh, we get Jesse Bates' interview right now on the sideline. All the starters took their pads off. They are in street clothes right now on the sideline. I can see like Caleb McGarry in the background of this interview.
I like that they all dressed up and then went back.
Yeah. Jane watching from Vermont. 2nd and 8. Heineke standing in the gun. 5 minutes and counting to go in the opening quarter. Takes the snap. Throws, and this is caught on the curl. Chris Blair. He's someone that's fighting for a roster spot. If the Falcons take 6 wide receivers, I could see him being number 6. But sometimes teams will go for the top 53 players and not take a minimum at each position, right? If they don't like 6 wide receivers, but they like 5 safeties, they could take an extra safety and 1 less receiver. 1st and 10. From the 45 of Jacksonville, Heineke will hand it off to the left side. Nice run. That's Carlos Washington picking up more than half of the needed yardage. 2nd and short coming up. That's no longer Jesse Bates. Oh, they put on Justin. I was like, when did they change that off? Second and 5 from the Jacksonville 40. Heineke wanting to pass. Now he'll hold it and run. And he'll get about 3 yards, and that'll bring up 3rd and 2. 3rd down coming up. Quiet. Offense is at work. We're 30 likes away from 200. Like the video if you have not already. I'm so excited for Bates and Simmons this year. If it hasn't been made already, someone's got to make the Step Brothers t-shirt of like Dale and Brennan, but put Bates and Simmons' face on it. 3rd and 3, like in the composite, the family photo. Heineke's pass is deflected and thankfully incomplete. Stayed in the air for a while, could have been picked off, and with 4th and 3, they're kind of in no man's land. Do you want to send Younghoe Koo out there for a really long yard, or do you want to go for it or punt?
JC Tornado, no, he's still on his first beer. He's not drinking too much.
No. They're going to go for it. 4th and 3 from the 38. Would have been about a 55-ish yarder. Falcons keep the offense on the field. Snap to Heineke. That's going to be a pass down the left sideline, incomplete. I never understand why a quarterback throws it deep on 4th and short. Unless it's just a busting coverage and it's a walk-in touchdown, why? It just feels like it has no chance. I'd rather try and squeeze it in on a short route. Super Chat menu, if you are just tuning in, you enjoy the free content, you want to get on screen, $2 Super Chat, we'll give you a shout out. $5, it's a beers cheers. $10, we spin the wheel. $20 is a Falcons jersey giveaway entry. That'll be at the 2-minute warning of the 4th quarter. We'll have a fun race. $100 Super Chat gets you added to our Dirty Birds Club. It's got Jose Santana, Ken Ballard, who already sent in a $100 Super Chat today just to say F the Saints. So everyone say F the Saints in the chat with me. And if you want to join, $100 Super Chat, we'll give you shout-outs for the entire 2024 season like we are doing right now for Jose and Ken. By the way, we're also trying to remind everyone that if you are able to Venmo, that's great too. We'll put my Venmo on screen in just a second. If you Venmo $15, it's actually going to get you 2 jersey raffle entries compared to a $20 Super Chat, which gets you just 1. So if you want, you can scan the QR code or just Venmo at Matthew Petey. Venmos are great because YouTube takes a cut out of Super Chats, whereas Venmos go 100% to us. So it's a little bit more bang for your buck if you really want to support us. So this is my Venmo information if you would like to. No pressure whatsoever. But appreciate everyone who goes above and beyond to support us here at Chat Sports. Make sure to subscribe because that's completely free as well. Cody Massey with a $5 Super Chat. F the Aints. Cheers to you, Cody. Impromptu NFC South record predictions. You guys ready? Someone clip this right now, save it in your camera roll, and then remind me in January how I did. Falcons go 10-7. Bucks go 8-9. Saints go 6-11. Panthers go 4-13. There it is. I just spoiled the entire season. Book it. Under 3 to play in the first quarter. Cheers to Cody indeed. We're 21 likes away from 200. If you're just stepping into the chat, hit that thumbs up button. Have some manners. First and 10. Handoff for Lawrence. Did I say Lawrence? Is it still Lawrence? Cody Massey, F the Aints. Cheers to you, Cody. Rise up. Second down coming up. I think the Jags still have their starting offense out there. Yeah, Lawrence is still in the game. If Lawrence is in the game, the starting offensive line is still in the game. Yeah, I give him a beer. Cheers. Throw to the left side is caught, and Evan Ingram gets the first down. Do you guys see Adam Schefter's last tweet? Field Yates dislocated his shoulder in the Bahamas in a fantasy football draft competition. I'm guessing for the order who gets the first pick. That's a tough way to go down. We did a duck race for our fantasy draft order. First and 10. Run for ETN. Gashes Atlanta's defense. He gets all the way inside the 40.
Shout out to Time Man taking away the bots. The bots are going crazy right now. They're after us.
I mean, I don't really care too much about the result of preseason games. Going 1-2 sounds a lot better than going 0-3. I'll say that. And
it's tough with the
if
starters.
the Jags go up,
though.
Yes, I agree. And that's what I'm saying. If they go up 14-0 at the end of the first quarter with their starters, it's going to be tough for Taylor Heineke to crawl out of a 14-0 hole, especially when John Paddock takes over in the fourth quarter. First and 10 for Atlanta. I beg your pardon, for Jacksonville. Yeah, if you're a Jags fan, it's very encouraging to see your starter offense do what they're supposed to do against the Falcons' backups. Jake, where is Michael Penix? He's not playing. The starters are not playing, and the backups are not playing. Keeper for, for Lawrence, but he found Parker Washington, who made a sliding catch and then popped up because no one actually touched him. This is just unfair. I mean, they are just carving up this Atlanta defense. I got Micah Abernathy in coverage right now against Trevor Lawrence and the Jags. Ray 2 certified. Can we trade Heineke for $100? New dishwasher. New laundry machine. Jackie Moon style. First and 10. Lawrence rolling to his left. He's going to tuck it and run and go out of bounds. Trey! 1, 2, 2, 2 with a $100 super chat! Dirty Birds Club for Trey! 12-22. Here's for the best safety duo in the league, Bates and Simmons. Shout out to Petey and Reed, best Falcons duo on YouTube. Everyone start spamming Trey in the chat. Let's go, Trey. Cheers to you, Trey. Cheers to Justin Simmons. Cheers to Jesse Bates. Cheers to Atlanta for having the 2 NFL leading takeaways in the last 2 seasons on the Falcons roster. Trey added to the Dirty Birds Club a $100 super chat. Jose Santana, Ken Ballard, and Trey 1222. Salute to you, Trey. That's what I'm talking about. Trey. Unreal. Trey's been lurking in the chat for a long time. Long-time viewer. First-time commenter. Trey. Trey, rise up, my guy. That's what I'm talking about. Trey, we'll get your super chat on screen in just a second as the first quarter is over. It's coming in. Pardon? Oh, you ran out of bounds? Oh, I thought the clock ended. Jose Santana giving Trey a nice warm welcome. Welcome to the Dirty Birds Club, Trey. We'll find out soon enough. Trey, you're a super chat, my man. Here's for the best safety duo in the league, Bates and Simmons. Shout out to PD and Reed. Reed, anything you want to say to Trey? You're part of it.
Let's go, Trey! Come on!
Look at that energy.
That's huge.
Look at that energy. You got to bottle that shit up.
Come on!
Best Falcons duo on YouTube.
Trey's making this preseason game exciting.
Trey has been
up. Come on, Trey.
People that have been more exciting than Taylor Heineke in this preseason game. Trey, Jose Santana, Patrick Roberson, Jamie Payne in the chat, Cody Massey, Archangel. Anyone I'm leaving off? I don't think so. Pretty much everyone that's been in the comment section has been more exciting than Heineke so far. Anthony, I don't hate you. I don't hate Anthony. I got nothing against Anthony. Trey, we're going to add you to the Dirty Birds Club, and we'll throw it on screen in just a second here. First quarter is indeed over. Start of the second quarter for the Jags offense. Trevor Lawrence will throw to the end zone. Incomplete. Anthony, no. All love. No hate. This show is like Woodstock, minus the sex and the music. So it's nothing like Woodstock. Yeah. I think they might be in the game time red zone. 3rd and 1 coming up for the Jags. Yeah, right at the 20-yard line. In the Prize Picks red zone now. Oh, the Prize Picks. Yeah, second quarter. 3rd and 1, it's a handoff, and it's going to be I don't know if he got it. It'll be close. Really nice tackle made by Muton. They call him short. Great open field tackle by Muton. 4th and 1. Lynch Mob, respond to the Falcons are going to win the Super Bowl. Everyone spam A in the chat right now. Or 4. 4th and 1. After this, we'll show the Dirty Birds Club. Inside the Prize Picks red zone. And it's going to be a first down. Tank Bigsby, I think he got it. Natrone Brooks made a nice tackle. If he does not make this tackle, it's a touchdown for Bigsby. But he only needed a yard. He got a yard. If Atlanta does not put Natrone Brooks on their 53-man roster, I don't think he clears waivers. A cornerback needy team will claim him off the waiver wire. 1st and 10, pitch left for Bigsby. He is tackled after a gain of just 2. Nine likes away from 200 likes. Let's show the updated club. 7-0 Jags. Dirty Birds Club, Jose Santana, Ken Ballard, and Trey 1222. We got open spot still. $100 super chat gets you added.
This could be you.
Trey, cheers to you, my guy. Rise up as Ingram hauls in a 2nd and 10 floater and gets goal to go. Still thinking about that performance from Trey. Goosebumps. Goosebumps.
It's electric, man. When I see that red 100 come in, man.
1st and goal.
If we had a Jags channel, we'd be destroying them.
It'd be an absolute beatdown. Obliteration. 1st and goal from the 6 in the Prize Picks red zone. A run for Bigsby is only going to get a yard. We're 4 likes away from 200. When we get to 200, I'm going to pick someone out of the chat for a free entry into our jersey raffle. 2-minute warning of the 4th quarter. Ty, man, that is the end goal. To get a host for all 32 teams. Or have all 32 teams running at the very least. We're building that way. Nude, what's the jersey today? No specific player. I figured the winner can decide for themselves. Like, why determine for you? Or I could surprise you. Like, you send me 4 guys you'd like to get a jersey of, and I'll pick one for you. That could be kind of fun, too. Or what if whoever gets second gets to pick the jersey for the winner? Yeah. Yeah, if you want to get entered into that jersey raffle, here's my Venmo. If you send in a $15 Venmo, it's 2 entries compared to a $20 super chat, which is just 1 entry. So $15 Venmo at Matthew Petey.
And whoever asked about, or whoever was talking about getting a host for every team, Venmoing helps.
Man. Yeah.
Because that allows us to grow the company and allow for people like me, because I just started a couple months ago back in May, it helps us grow and hopefully get to 32 hosts for 32 teams.
2nd and goal from the 5. Lawrence under center. Takes the snap, play fake. He throws back of the end zone, incomplete. Broken up. Nice job by Johnson. 3 likes away from 200. Can we get there before the next snap?
And guess what it is? 3rd down! Big goal line stop here. Come on. This would, if we hold them to a field goal here, this would help Heineke for sure. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Lawrence back, throws.
Touchdown.
Touchdown. Damn. Again.
Christopher with a $15 Venmo.
Hey, there we go, Christopher. Again, Trevor Lawrence to Evan Ingram. That's going to be a dangerous combo this year.
Yeah. We already got the Venmo in there from earlier. Christopher. Extra point is up and good. It's 14-0 Jags. Christopher Stiggers with a $15 Venmo. Ooh, Trey, I need that Terrell jersey following his extension. You got Trey added too after his $100 super chat? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Yeah. So we're not prorating entries. Like, it'll just become impossible to track if you send in like a $80 super chat. Like, well, how many entries is that? Or a $90 super chat, 75. So it's one entry per Venmo or super chat. Or per, you know what I mean? Like, if you send in a $15 Venmo, it's 2 entries. But we're not doing the math on, what about a $50 Venmo?
Yeah.
I was like, well, that's not really, is that 3? Is that 6 entries then? Or 5 and 5.5 entries?
Yeah.
We're just keeping the math simple.
We're gonna tell you guys about Prize Picks real quick, and then we did get to 201 likes, which means we'll spam either A or ATL in the chat to get another free entry for the jersey raffle. But before that, we got Prize Picks.
Yep, today's show is brought to you by our friends at Prize Picks as well. See, Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. You can also win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. I'm talking turning $10 into $1,000. Now, I love playing Prize Picks with my fiance because she's not a very big sports fan, but she becomes a big sports fan when I let her make the selections. I say, hey, we go 4 for 4. I'm talking steak dinner for tonight. I think the less on Patrick Mahomes this season, the more on Tyreek Hill and Saquon Barkley's yardage and Garrett Wilson's. So if you like my selections, feel free to ride with me by downloading the Prize Picks app today and using code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. That's code CLNS on Prize Picks for a deposit match up to $100. Pick more or pick less at Prize Picks. It's that easy. All that information is in the comments and description of today's video. So let's get someone out of the, spam A. 14-0 for the Jags, not ideal. Spam A, I'm going to pick someone out of the chat for a free entry into our jersey giveaway.
Get
which will
those
be at the
A's
2-minute
going,
warning.
baby.
Oh, I don't like when Cousins does this. I just feel like it's a little cheesy.
He puts his helmet on.
He puts the helmet on so he can listen to the play call. You could just put like an earpiece in. Like, it looks a little corny. Return for the Falcons goes out to the 25.
That's a leader.
Okay, I'm going to pick someone in 3, 2, 1. I've got, went too fast. 3, 2, 1. I got Matthew Petey fan. Not me, actually. My hands are here. I can't be typing at once. Matthew Petey fan. First and 10. Heineke throwing over the middle. Nice catch made. Looks like Washington just plucks this out of the air.
And that's a first down for the Falcons, baby.
Spam those ones. Chase McClellan, the rookie out of Alabama, scooters his way for a nice gain, getting the Falcons out towards the 50. First down, snap to Heineke, throws to the slant, and it's caught for a gain of 9. Chris Blair hauled it in. Second down coming up. Heineke across the 50 now. Heineke surveying, and he is sacked. Sacked for a loss of about 5 on 2nd and 3. Rookie Trevon Walker. Bulldogs fans know him well, too well. Loss of 3, actually. Third down. Right at midfield. Snap to Heineke. He is hit as he throws. Incomplete. Incomplete. Fourth down now. Christopher, I feel like it'd only be poetic if you were the 4th member of the Dirty Birds Club, just because it'd be a Mount Rushmore then of all-time super chatters at the channel.
It looks like Heineke got hit in the head.
4th and 6.
When he was throwing the ball. That's got to be a flag.
Yeah. Fair catch called for at the 10. So let's see if we get another Trevor Lawrence drive. Maybe he goes the entire first half. I don't really know if you need to see much more from Lawrence to know that he is like ready to play. He's led 2 touchdown drives so far. Just my thought. Yeah, here's the super chat menu. Actually, let's get the chat going. The chat seems a little bit dead. What's everyone drinking right now? What's everyone drinking right now? I'm having my nice Coors latte. What is everyone drinking right now? Let me know in the chat here. Christopher, I'm excited. I'm excited. Jose Santana's having some wine. I'm not a big wine guy. I went to Texas Hill Country on a backup vacation because the original plan got knocked out due to the hurricane. Not a big wine guy, but that's like wine country. Bunch of vineyards, over 100. Had an absolute blast. If you're looking for a good time in the middle of Central Texas, Fredericksburg, super cool. Are the Falcons going to win from C-Tan? Unlikely. Unlikely. Time Man's having some juice. Time Man, what kind of juice? Orange juice is my all-time favorite beverage.
Petey wakes up in the middle of the night to drink orange juice.
Christopher's having some vodka cran. I like it. My burner's having Warhead soda.
Hell yeah, Jose.
Jose, that's funny. We got Jeremy Beedling, one of the producers of Chat Sports, popping in. We're having a great time, I'd say. The Falcons not having that much fun.
I have something.
You want to take the mic?
Yeah. If y'all, well, I want to prove it with y'all first. If y'all want to use it. This is the most sour candy I've ever purchased.
I'm going to tell you right now, my answer is no. For me.
I'm totally in.
He's in. I'm not a candy guy. That might be a bit of a surprise based on my physique. I don't like sweets at all, and I don't like sour.
If you want to eat a full one for a super chat, maybe the next 10 that comes in.
Next super chat. Let's see what the amount is. Open-ended. Kind of curious to see what it is.
I'm telling you, this you got to eat the whole thing. This thing is sour.
It kind of looks like it'd be a drug in 23 Jump Street. Remember that, like the drug they had in 22 Jump Street?
Yes. Dude, I'm telling you. We'll do this too. It's sour.
Ooh, Ben's having Bud Limes. I like it. Venmo any amount, and Reed is going to have whatever that is.
It's a super sour.
1st and 10. Hey, I have bad news. Trevor Lawrence is no longer in the game. So, our entertainment factor has plummeted. I think Trevor Lawrence only threw one incomplete pass. Wasn't there the one in the end zone? But nothing's better than preseason mid-game interviews.
Oh!
Jose Santana, ladies and gentlemen, $10 super chat.
And you got to do the 2-cam for you so they can see your face better. Okay.
2nd and 3 for the Jags. Everyone, show Jose some love for locking in what's supposed to be the most sour thing out there. 14-0 Jacksonville.
Whoa!
Oh, Houdini
We're
time.
going. No, we'll go here.
There it is.
All right. Here it goes.
Down the hatch. I even smelling it makes me nauseous. That's how much I don't like candy and sour stuff.
No?
Not sour enough? Oh, he doesn't like it. Oh, it's starting to kick in.
It's sour for sure.
I was like, bro.
The bunk beds were a horrible
bad, though.
idea. Second
really
and
good,
12 for Jacksonville.
I would have another one.
Incomplete pass.
You're tearing up a little bit.
That's definitely sour, though. That's definitely sour.
Your face is turning red.
My face is always red.
Yeah.
That's pretty sour, though.
I
Tastes really good, though.
could never.
That's pretty good, though.
3rd and 12. I don't even know who the Jags' backup quarterback is. Is it C.J. Beathard, actually? Throw to the left is caught, and it's not enough for the first down. I think it's C.J. Beathard.
That was definitely definitely pretty sour.
Yeah.
But
Mac Jones. I forgot.
yeah, Mac Jones.
Thank you, Ralph. I forgot that he got traded to the Jags for like this entire game. I didn't even think about that we would get Trevor Lawrence and Mac Jones. So Jacksonville is going to punt it away halfway through the second quarter. Oh, Detrone Brooks initially muffs the punt. Didn't he call a fair catch? He's returning it. He's out to the 30. It was a big punt. I thought I saw him go like this, and then he kind of muffed it, gathered it, and ran about 10 yards. Oh, well. So we'll get more Taylor Heineke. I'm guessing he gets the whole first half, and Paddock gets the whole second half. Yeah. If you're just tuning in, here's our Super Chat menu. Oh, we get a wheel spin for Jose Santana. This is the Super Chat menu. $20 gets you added to our Falcons jersey giveaway raffle. 2-minute warning in the fourth quarter. $15 Venmo to Matthew Peterson will get you 2 entries. Let's spin the wheel. Let's spin that wheel. Spin. Patrick also sent in another $15 Venmo.
15. Patrick.
From
That's 2 more entries.
Patrick, I think Patrick sent in another one. Yeah.
How long ago?
It came in. It's definitely like recent.
It's definitely new.
Well,
All right.
The time's kind of broken on Venmo. I don't know what time zone it thinks I'm in, but it says 12 a.m. So that was only 3 minutes ago, whatever time zone it thinks I'm in. Mo money, rise up. That works too.
Oh boy. Let's show that real quick.
So we'll get Patrick's Venmo on screen. Cheers, Patrick.
There we go.
Patrick Roberson. Getting
baby.
2 more entries.
He got him in for 2 more entries.
Wheel spin.
Wheel
spin.
spin. Wheel spin.
Wheel spin. Wheel spin. Wheel spin. Wheel spin.
Oh, baby. All right, let's get the wheel ready.
Get the wheel out.
Wheel.
Wheel. Okay. Wheel spin time.
Here we go. Ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
Jose Santana gets 3 jersey raffle entries.
Oh, baby.
Jose. Let's go.
Woo!
Jose Santana. He is stuffing the ballot box right now. We'll have a fun race at the 2-minute warning of that fourth quarter.
That.
$10 super chat could get you 3 raffle entries. Going through the Falcons' projected starters on offense. I love that if I ever say anything that's even slightly critical, I'm like the biggest villain on YouTube. As if the Falcons have been such a well-oiled machine in the last 8 years that they don't deserve any skepticism whatsoever. I'll say it. The last question mark I have for this roster is Ray McLeod at wide receiver 3. If you go to his Pro Football Reference page, it doesn't even start off with his receiving stats. He's that much of a kick and punt returner ahead of a wide receiver in his career.
So I see what you're saying. Going to feel bad. Jose spends 3 times the price of the jersey and doesn't get it. So, yes, he's putting in his name for the jersey raffle, but Jose's not just doing it for the jersey.
Yeah.
He's doing it because he loves the Falcons, and he loves Falcons Today by Chat Sports, baby.
I love it.
Jose just loves supporting.
We got 90 more likes to go for another free jersey raffle entry. 3rd and 2, by the way. There's a flag down, holding on the offense. I do enjoy preseason football for a couple of things. One of them being getting, like familiarizing yourself again with the referees. You're like, oh, I know him. Forgot about all of our good friends in black and white. It's kind of a weird thing of mine, but I'm like, oh, yeah, the refs are back. Fourth and 2. Bradley Pinion sends it high into the Atlanta sky. Fair catch is made at the 20-ish yard line. No flag. There's a tiny little bit of contact, but I think it was kind of just incidental, accidental, no biggie. So about 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. It's 14-0 Jacksonville, and they have the football. Reminder to subscribe if you're not already. We're trying to get to 24,000 subs before NFL Week 1 against the Steelers. So if you're watching right now and you're not subscribed, check out our live sub count here. We'll throw it on. 23,521. We're less than 500 subs away. So make sure you lock yourself in for the best free Falcons content out there. We got some fun questions. Let's run through those. Let's get the chat going because I think we're all starting to doze off a little bit. We need a little bit of a pick-me-up. What's the YouTube comments version of, like, cocaine? That's what I'm looking for right now. I like it. That might not be cocaine. It's a gateway drug. Yeah. That's a gateway drug. Yep. This is something that teachers try to tell you that if you take this, you're going to be addicted to heroin and dead in 5 years. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that might be. Yeah, after this, while you're getting in, just toss on the Dirty Birds Club. How many wins? Matthew Peterson says 10 to 11. Ty Man says 10. I said 10 and 7 back in May, when the schedule came out. Adding Judon and Simmons might be worth a win, especially with their schedule. They do have, a very tough opening slate, though. Pittsburgh at home, Philly on the road on Monday night, Chiefs at home on Sunday night. If they go 0-3 in that stretch, like, that's going to be mentally a little bit of a hurdle to climb. If they come out of that 2-1, guys, that is their playing Alabama, Georgia, and insert LSU or some other hot SEC team in a 3-week span. After that, it's kind of smooth sailing. 2-1. Give me a win over the Steelers at home. Find a way to split Philly and KC. Find a way. If they go 2-1 in the first 3 games, 11-win season incoming. I'll maintain 10 and 7 for now, though. I'll maintain 10 and 7. Christopher says 12. Ron says 10. Nude says 11. Jose says 11. 1st and 10 for Mac Jones and the Jags at their own 22-yard line. Handoff to Tank Bigsby, and he's going to fall forward, gain of just 4. Ooh, Darnell Mooney getting some love right now. He was a decent portion of our fantasy football guide, which is the last video on this channel. Go watch it before you do your fantasy draft. I think you'll find it very insightful and informative. He's probably my favorite player for fantasy this year on the Falcons. Based on where he's going and what I think he can produce, I think he's going to finish at like half of the ADP. He's going wide receiver 70 in most drafts. I think he's going to be a top 50 wideout. Just the value. Jumping up minimum 20 spots. I'll guarantee it right now if he's healthy. Mac Jones throwing on the slant that's caught. Nice gain for the Jags. Moves him to the 50. Under 5 to play. If anyone goes out of bounds, the clock will stop now. First and 10. In the gun. Jones drops back. Throws to his left. And it's about a 8-yard gain. Clock will stop as the receiver goes out of bounds. How about that one? Yeah. What year did you become a Falcons fan? Christopher's turn. Braden, can I get a shout out? Everyone, shout out Braden in the chat. Rise up, Braden. I combined rise up with Braden. Ride up. Ride up. It's like the scene from Night in the Museum. Brendan. It's actually the 14th most popular baby name from 1989. Look it up. That's such a great scene. That's so underrated. Is this Brendan? It's Brendan. Rise up to Tommy as well. I don't have a Tommy movie line though. That's yeah. Which one? 3rd and 5 for the Jags. Such an underrated movie, Night in the Museum. Jones is sacked. Down he goes. That's what I'm talking about. Bradley and I memorized the correct version and then I forget about it. But he's fighting for a roster spot without a doubt. That's going to help. I think at this point, too, it's important to remember, like, if these guys don't make their roster but have a good game today, even if, like, hey, the position that they play is already locked up and it doesn't matter if they put up 3 touchdowns or 3 sacks, it could help solidify a practice squad spot. And while that's not as good, practice squad spots are kind of like the Alex Moran of the NFL. You get paid ballpark an average of like $90,000 a week, which sounds really small compared to NFL contracts. Punt goes into the end zone for a touchback. $90,000 a week is insane. That is more than I would estimate 75% of Americans make in a year, 80% of Americans make in a year, what you do in a week. And you get to have the weekends off, Saturday and Sunday. You're literally not allowed to come to the game. That's the coolest. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence and the starters are done for the day for Jacksonville. They put up 2 touchdowns. Jose became a Falcons fan in 2001, right before Vic. Matthew Peterson fan, 2004. 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Empty set at their own 20. 2 to play. Heineke throwing. Catches made. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. I don't want to jinx it, but I do want to say it. The only good thing coming out of this game is it's actually moved along pretty quickly. We're looking at about a 1-hour first half. That's tough to do in the NFL. Oh, I loved Blue Mountain State. Movie's not so good. Did you like Blue Mountain State, Reed?
I love Blue Mountain State. I thought the movie was funny.
That's probably the least surprising thing I think I've ever heard you say.
Yeah.
You look like you'd be an extra in BMS.
What? That's a compliment.
I'm not saying that's an insult at all, by the way.
Yeah, that's a compliment.
I couldn't pull it off. I envy you for that. One of my favorite scenes from Blue Mountain State was when, what was the coach's name again?
Oh my God.
What's the coach's name in BMS? Someone help me, please. Line. What's the coach's name? This is going to drive me insane.
Oh, my gosh.
Marty, yeah. Marty something, right?
Marty Daniels.
Yes. When they all are failing and Marty's going through their GPAs and the kicker Harmon's like, but coach, he goes, 0.4, Harmon. 0.4.
0.4.
Braden, you are milking the shout-out tree. Can I get a shout-out to the biggest Jags fan there is, Mike? Mike, rise up. That's your shout-out, Mike. That's all, Michael. Marty Daniels.
I love Sammy. Sammy's hilarious.
Should we make a deal?
Okay.
Let's make a deal. Throw the Venmo up really quickly.
Ooh.
I want to make a deal right now. From now until the end of the 2-minute warning. This is my Venmo. $5 Venmo gets you 1 entry for the jersey raffle. $5 Venmo from now until there are 000 on the screen for the first half. $5 Venmo gets you entered for the jersey raffle at the 2-minute warning of the 4th quarter. Just $5. Don't send more because I'm not going to do the math of like if you send in $12. I'm not doing that. Simple 5. Simple 5. From now until the end of the first half.
And
$5 Venmo. Pardon?
if we get 4 Venmos, we'll do a wheel spin.
Deal. I like that. I like that. A little group effort right there.
Yeah.
Vontez, predict the end of score 24-17 Falcons. You are much more ambitious than I am. Game break from NFL Network. Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers, they started tonight against the Dolphins. Mike Evans makes a nice no, sorry, that's 15, not 13. And like half the size of Mike Evans as well. Atlanta back on 2nd and 5. Incomplete pass, it looks like. 3rd and 5 coming up. Nude, I don't have Cash App. I'm sorry. Dominic with a $5 Venmo. Dominic Arculeta. Let me add Dominic for you.
We got still Heineke. Drops back. Pass to the left.
Incomplete.
Dropped.
On 3rd and 5, it's incomplete. 4th down. I added Dominic's Venmo. Oh, sorry. I got Jose, $5. Jose Santana. Yep. Just singular entries. Fourth and 5. Dominic said, by the way, jersey raffle, rise up. Rise up, Dominic. Boot. Jose saying, Dirty Birds love, you're the man, Petey. No, Jose. You are the man. You're the man. So, Jags football trying to build on their 21-0 lead. Jake Aikens, Atlanta Falcons stink today. Yes, the backup stink. It's important. I think people need to look at preseason as Sean McVay and his style of preseason, which is no starters play at all, starts trickling around the league a little bit. We need to start looking at preseason for some teams as a AAA baseball team. The Falcons' AAA team is on the field right now. We shouldn't talk about the Braves the same way you talk about the Gwinnett Stripers, right? There's got to be a separation of the two. 1st and 10, Tank Bigsby runs for a nice 10-yard gain. And that's what this is. This is their practice squad team for the most part. Just like in AAA, there might be 1 or 2 guys that play in the majors that year. But for the most part, it's not the Braves. It's not the Falcons. It's guys who are going to be selling insurance in 2 months. 1st and 10. Snap to Jones. Climbing the pocket. Incomplete pass. Short arms it to an open receiver at 2nd and 10. $5 Venmo gets you added. Nude with a $20 super chat. Nude. That's what I'm talking about. Long-time viewer. First-time super chatter, Nude. 2nd and 10. Nude saying, love the channel, guys. Keep up the awesome work. Rise up, Falcons fam. Rise up, Nude. Thank you so much. That's a jersey entry for Nude. Mac Jones on 2nd and 10 completes it for a 1st down. Jose with another $5 Venmo, by the way. So another entry for Jose. 1st and 10. Snap to Jones. He throws left side. Caught. Gain of 7. And Dearness Johnson, the running back, getting about 7. Jose Santana. Shout rise up for 5 seconds. I feel like a puppet right now. But ask and you shall receive. Move out to 2nd and 4. Now. Rise up! Jose Santana. And then the last one, he has 3 entries in the last 3 minutes. If you have that down correctly. 2nd and 4. And a long rise up for 10 seconds now. Probably should have read them all at once. Rise up! I didn't think that out far enough. Jose Santana. First and 10. I am not a good singer. Timeout called by the Jags, FYI. They have 1 timeout remaining. Nudes, $20 super chat. Love the channel, guys. Keep up the awesome work. Rise up, Falcons fam. First and 10. Snap to Jones. He throws left side. Caught. Big gain. First down. Devin Duvernay, approaching the Prize Picks red zone. Jose, does 9 entries sound about right for you? Jones in the gun. 30 seconds remaining in the half. Mac Jones is going to tuck it and run. They have 1 timeout left. He slides at the 13. Timeout Jacksonville with 21. 2nd down. Let's play a quick game here. With Mac Jones in at quarterback, which quarterback taken in round 1 of this year's draft will be the first one to be a backup on another team? Your options are Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Michael Penix, J.J. McCarthy, Bo Nix. It sounds so hard to believe right now, but how quickly did Sam Darnold get bounced? Mac Jones, Justin Fields. Which quarterback will be on a different team as a backup first?
I have my answer.
Give me your answers here. 2nd and 3 right now.
Drake May.
Drake May's probably been the least impressive for where he went in the draft so far. Touchdown out of bounds. Touchdown Jacksonville. I think the receiver only got 1 foot in bounds, though. Cooks hauls it in. At the time, for the time being, it's going to be 21-0 Jacksonville. You got a knee down? He got a foot down, but yeah, that's a touchdown. Jose, should be 18. Jose, we were only doing $15 Venmos. So, I know you sent that 75 in. If you want... Okay. I guess we'll make the exception for this one. We can count up the app, yeah. Jose sent in 75, which would be 5 entries. But I'm trying to keep it simple and just do 1 Venmo equals the 2 entries. So if you want, Jose, I can send it back to you if you're miscommunication. We'll figure it out. Cody says Bo Nix. Ralph says Drake May. Trey says Drake May. Tyman saying Drake May. It's not going to be Caleb Williams. Jaden Daniels has looked really good so far in the preseason. Again, it always sounds crazy to say, but if I said, especially after Mac Jones' rookie year, he'd be the first one to get traded. No, imagine saying that. Imagine saying Zach Wilson would be gone before he even took the field as a rookie. Peter's at the game, and there's a lot of Falcons fans leaving. Honestly, I don't blame them. I don't think that's supposed to be like a sign of weak fans. If you choose not to play the starters in the preseason, why should people come spend their time and money on a Friday night with you? It's okay if it works out in the regular season, but yeah, you're going to take a little bit of a hit in the preseason. It's okay. Jose Santana just rise up. Rise up, Jose. Touchdown. I've got 7 for Jose. He sent in 3 5s. I think that's where. I'm at 7 for him right now. I'm going through the Venmos right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. He sent in 2. He sent a 75 and a 25. So that's 2 piece right there, 4 total, and then 3 5s. So 7. Oh, and the wheel spin. Yeah, so it should be 10 then. 10. I forgot about the wheel spin. That's okay. 10. I forgot about the wheel spin too for a moment.
10 entries for you, Jose. That's confirmed.
So the Jags are going to punt it away. Phoenix, I'd Venmo Bijan to see him take a snap or two. What do you guys think about the Oklahoma State QR code on the back of the helmet? I don't understand when anyone's going to have the actual time or opportunity to scan it. That just seems like a bridge too far. The return for Atlanta crosses the 20, and now he's going backwards, and now it's going to be a disaster. 9 seconds left. We'll get the first half stats, and then we're going to actually take a little halftime break here. I got to use the bathroom. Heineke will come in, probably hand it off or just take a knee. It's preseason football. I really don't care about the result of this game. It was Trevor Lawrence versus Taylor Heineke. Like, this is what you should expect. You just hope that this gamble pays off of no injuries, but hopefully no rust. There's a lot of belief that they can get a lot of work done in practice and that it doesn't have to happen on the field. So that is the half. 21-0 Jacksonville over Atlanta. It's a beatdown. Not a nice way to end the preseason. You don't want to get the doors blown off at home. Patrick with a $5 Venmo. Entry, spin, rise up. So Patrick gets another one. Jose, just a little bit. Cheers to all the Venmos. Patrick. So we will take that halftime break. Like I said, just a moment. Initial thoughts of the first half. No, just get the stats up. Initial thoughts for the first half. It's preseason football. I don't think anyone should be concerned about the score. The Falcons are not playing. I just cannot stress that enough. It is a B team out there. It is their AAA team. It is their farm system playing against the Jag starters. This is what you expect. So it's not a problem as long as the starters turn it on week 1. If I see a slow start, I'm going to have a meltdown at halftime against Pittsburgh. I promise you. If they come out flat, I'm going to have a BF. I'm going to have a bitch fit. Here are the first half stats. We will step aside for 5-10 minutes and be back for the second half. 21-0 Jacksonville. Second half, back in action. The Jags open up the third quarter with the ball and a 21-0 lead in what's been a snooze fest, if we're just being honest with one another, for the Falcons in the first half. Grade it. I only want to see Fs. It's 21-0. Don't, I understand the backup still, but even the backups can get a grade, and they get an F. This is, this is awful. It's 21-0 at the half. You're on pace to lose 42-0. So Jacksonville up 21 with the ball and already at midfield, by the way, to start the third quarter. Robert is putting a D. Robert is nice. Hey, Arthur Blank is in the booth. Arthur Blank in the booth. I kind of feel for Taylor Heineke a little bit if I'm just trying to be like a half glass full guy. He's had to work with strictly third stringers and still impress. That's not easy to do with your surrounding cast. 1st and 10, and Dearness Johnson will run hard and pick up 7 to 8 yards on first down and move across the 50. On the bright side, we got some fun news at the half. Do you want to share? You sound pretty excited about it.
All right.
I'll preface with this. Reed actually was told the news and then told me.
So I was told by the bosses that if we total $1,000 in Super Chats and Venmos
Combined,
we get to give a jersey away.
2 jerseys.
Two jerseys.
So not just one, 2 jerseys, 2 duck races at the end.
Yep.
So we're at 550 right now. Uphill battle. But at least you are aware of not the offer, I guess, but I guess kind of the offer. But the deal. I think that sounds a little bit more accurate.
And my deal that I have, if we do 1,000 only on Venmo.
Oh, don't do only on Venmo. That's impossible. We're at 250.
Then it's a boot.
I guess. It's your deal to give.
Though?
So I can't make the deal for you. 2nd and 6 for the Jags, by the way. I always kind of wonder, what's it like to be a starter in a preseason game on the bench? How do you find the balance of competitiveness and not caring? Because they always say that they care a lot for their teammates out there. When the camera goes to them, they don't seem all that bummed. I'm not going to lie. So, hard to say. 2nd and 6, it's a run for Jacksonville, and it's a gain of about 3 to 4, and that'll bring up 3rd down. 3rd down. Start spamming those 3s. 3rd and 3. Also, did you guys see that Darrell Taylor got traded from the Seahawks to the Bears? If you remember, we briefly talked about him as a trade target for Atlanta if Judon or Reddick couldn't happen. 3rd and 3. Throw by Mac Jones is caught for a first down. Trent says he just sat down for lunch at work. I know it's preseason, but damn. I feel that, Trent. I do want to know, where are you in the world where you're having lunch right now? That's that's my big question. At halftime, Reed and I got to have our dinner because the dinner arrived 2 minutes before kickoff. So we're like, well, we'll see you at halftime. I did not like my dinner. Oh, a challenge flag thrown by Raheem Morris. He does not feel that the receiver was in bounds on that 3rd down completion. Trevor is no longer in the game. Credit to 154 reviews still watching right now. You should get some type of Purple Heart. What we're going through right now is not okay. It's 21-0 in a preseason game on a Friday night. And I'm with 150 plus of my closest friends who decide, I want to spend my night watching the Falcons lose preseason week 3. That is some type of mental warfare. That's actually probably more severe than waterboarding. Could you imagine if Guantanamo Bay was like, you guys can get free if you watch every preseason game and pass a preseason test? I think I just say, I'll serve my time. I don't want to watch any more of this. I think I'd rather just serve. Let me ask you a question. Would you rather spend the entire month of August in jail or have to watch every preseason game and pass a preseason test, and if you don't get a passing grade, 80%, you then have to spend 2 months in jail? What would you rather do, Reed? Month in jail in the month of August, or watch every preseason game in August, pass not an incredibly difficult test, but a test. I think it would be like, who replaced Taylor Heineke in the second half of the Falcons preseason games? That level of question for the entire NFL preseason for all 32 teams, and if you don't get above an 80% on that exam, you spend 2 months in jail.
I think the second option.
You would test your luck at the jail? Yeah. Okay. At the test?
I mean,
you get to live your life, but every weekend in August, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you got to watch preseason football.
Oh, shit. That's
and then take a test, and if you don't get above an 80, you go to jail for 2 months. Or just spend 1 month in jail. I think the month in jail might be the best option. It might be punishment enough to have to watch all those games. It's
either
bleak.
way, going back to our deal.
Okay, yeah.
Total, $1K.
Okay.
If we get total, I'm doing a beer boot at the end of the game.
Right now, we're $2 away from $300 in Super Chat. So that's the next little baby milestone.
Yeah.
Legend says 1 month in jail. Yeah. Maybe we got to twerk the equation a little bit, but jail's looking pretty good right now. If it means we don't have to watch this for all the teams.
NASA guy, the Falcons were down 14-0 to Trevor Lawrence in the first string.
In the first quarter.
Against the third string defense.
Oh.
So Trevor Lawrence was,
NFL Network broadcast botched this. The call was, I believe, overturned. Oh, no. And then the Jags went for it on fourth down and got it. I don't know. 2nd and 1. What price would you put on a preseason game? Minimum to watch every game start to finish on your couch.
like the amount of money that I would need.
Like, would you assign $50 to a preseason game, and every game that you watched, you got $50 added to your bank account? Like, what's the minimum?
The minimum?
Yeah, for all NFL preseason.
30. That's drinking money.
Yeah. That's a sad weekend.
Yeah.
Every weekend.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be able to use the drinking money.
Yeah. Oh, Jose says the call stood. I'm not really sure. It looked like to me that he got 1 foot in bounds. I guess I didn't get a good look at the replay. Oh, I love this. Every single time any broadcast comes to Atlanta, they all cream their pants over the pricing at Mercedes-Benz. And every single time, they think they're the first ones to bring it up. 2nd and 10. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's cool. Incomplete pass. It's a little bit like when the broadcast discovered that Clayton Kershaw and Matthew Stafford went to high school together. And that's all we heard about for the next decade. Every time the broadcast is in Atlanta, they have to mention the stadium prices. And I love it. Don't get me wrong. It's very noble what Arthur Blank does. He does not try to make a huge profit off of popcorn and hot dogs. 3rd and 10. Throw left, caught. Down to the 1. Goal to go. They move into the game time red zone. This is the Jags' opening drive of the second half, by the way. It's been 5.5 minutes. And they're looking at adding 7 more. What are you munching on right now? 9 p.m. on a Friday night. What are you having? What are you having? First and goal from the 1. Jones in the gun. Takes the snap. Hands it off. It's a touchdown. Touchdown, Jacksonville. And it'll be a 28-0 game. I like this from Robert. Robert's cooking up some good ideas. I heard the Falcons are going to trade Heineke to Kansas City for Tyreek Hill and a first-rounder. That is so, ridiculous, Robert. Come on, dude. It's impossible. Tyreek Hill's not even on the Chiefs anymore, Robert. Have to be with the Dolphins, silly goose. Time Man had some pizza. Ty Man, have you hopped in the 49ers chat yet and noticed something? There's a little surprise for you waiting with Chase Sr. Matthew Petey fan, I'm eating a little Debbie devil cake. Timothy Scott, yep, we better blow the roof off the Steelers. The starters should have played. Again, we will not know if this was a good or bad decision to rest all the starters until the season gets here. I can draw to a recent comparison of a first-time head coach. That touchdown, by the way, in the Game Time Red Zone, $20 off your first purchase with the code Chat Sports when you download the Game Time app. Terms apply. I can draw a comparison to a recent first-year head coach that did the same thing Raheem Morris did, and it didn't go well. It's not a one-size-fits-all, but we'll share that experience in just a second. First, I want to show some love to Game Time for supporting us here at Falcons Today. So, Game Time has an awesome deal for the Dirty Birds with their new feature called Game Time Picks that make getting tickets to see your favorite team play live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. One thing I really enjoy about Game Time is their all-in pricing option. Toggling this feature allows you to see the upfront price with no surprise fees at checkout. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply, but again, create an account and redeem code CHAT Sports for $20 off your first purchase. All that information is in the comments and description of today's video. Download Game Time today. What time is it? Game time. 28-0. Jags over the Falcons. It's a snoozer. Producer Jake Chipper just hopped in the studio. Chip, a proud Clemson alum. So shout out your college for me. Let's see where everyone went to school. Any success on what I slacked you earlier? Oh, okay. That's why I just didn't know if you got to it or not. Okay. That's fine. No problem. Thank you. If you can get to it tonight, that'd be great. But if you get busy, it's okay too. Whatever you can do. Oh, they're probably not. Okay. Jose, PD, my crazy son Jordan said Pickens will have a 100-yard, 2-touchdown game against our Falcons. Please help him. It will be a little bit of a homecoming for George Pickens back to the Peach State. No. And here's why. He'll have A.J. Terrell on top of him. And then Jesse Bates or Justin Simmons will probably double-team Pickens because the Steelers have no other wide receivers. Their number 2, I think, is the rookie Roman Wilson. Calvin Austin. It's just George Pickens. So any smart team would just double Pickens and force the other guys to beat him one-on-one. And that's probably not going to end very well. Cool guy. What happened? Preseason football happened, cool guy.
3 stringers going up against the first string.
Yeah.
Jaguars defense with Travis Etienne, Evan Ingram, and Trevor Lawrence.
Second and 3, I think John Paddock is in now. So, okay, yep, Heineke's day is done. Here's the issue. I don't think Paddock's any more exciting. He's definitely not better. 1st and 10 for Atlanta. I mean, we are simply watching like a Make-A-Wish team. And that sounds so mean, but like that's what it's come to here. And it's not unique. Every single year we go through the same process. But it's guys that have an opportunity to live out a dream and put on an NFL jersey, play in front of their friends and family. Super cool for them. For us, it's extremely boring. 28-0. Jason, no, I don't think I did hear Stephen A's take on the Falcons. I don't think Stephen A has talked about the Atlanta Falcons outside of the draft this year, probably ever in the last 5 years. But no, tell me, what was Stephen A's take on the Falcons? 2nd and 5, Paddock has them at Jacksonville's 45, already halfway through this third quarter. Hand off to the right side. They didn't want QB controversy, so they held Oh, you know what? I actually did see that. I don't know if that originated from Stephen A or started elsewhere. That's just the dumbest thing ever. The idea that they sat Michael Penix because they were afraid he'd outshine Kirk Cousins. If that was the case, that's great news for Atlanta. It validates their 8th overall pick. This is a team that's gone 7-win year after year. If they have a great quarterback, they're going to play him, not sit him to save face. That was the dumbest thing I ever saw. Should we just spend the next 6 minutes discussing week 1 against the Steelers? Does anyone want the actual true play-by-play? Well, we have 4th and 1, so we will do this one here. They're going to go for it at Jacksonville's 41-yard line. They better get it. They have to get this. Please run it because it's going to be an incomplete pass otherwise. They do run it. They get the first down. All the way to the 28. Yeah, let's talk about week 1. Let's talk about the Steelers coming to town. I want to pull up the Steelers depth chart. Just kind of get everyone prepared for what to expect. So if you're looking for deep, in-depth analysis on this game, you should leave because this game sucks. So let's go through like good news for the Falcons, like things that they are looking forward to coming out of Pittsburgh. 1, abysmal wide receiver room. I'm looking at their starters. I was right. It's George Pickens. It's Calvin Austin. And then it's our old friend, Van Jefferson. He was wide receiver 4 last year, or 3. Drake London, Mac Hollins, and then I guess Van Jefferson. He's a feature player in their offense. Yikes. Broderick Jones, their left tackle, first-round pick last year. He's been kind of a disaster on skates so far through the preseason. That should be an area of vulnerability for Matthew Judon to exploit. They're starting 2 rookies, Zach Frazier out of West Virginia at center, and Troy Fatanu out of Washington at right tackle. They may turn out to be great guys, but they're going to have their lunch money stolen in their first NFL game. There's going to be a little bit of a welcome to the NFL moment for them, and I'm happy the Falcons get to bring on that welcome to the NFL moment. So that doesn't even get to the best part. Russell Wilson sucks. He is just not good anymore. Russell Wilson, as the Falcons have 3rd and 6. Come on, Paddock. Keep the drive alive. That's incomplete. Yeah, here's the depth chart for the Steelers. You put Terrell on Pickens. you put Justin Simmons on top of that matchup and just bracket him off, and you force Van Jefferson and Calvin Austin to beat Mike Hughes, Jesse Bates, like, you're going to be in great shape. Their DBs, Joey Porter, he had a really good rookie season. Atlanta's going for it on 4th and 6, by the way. Snap to Paddock. Please convert. He finds a man. I think he's short. He's going to be half a yard short. Dante Jackson came over in the trade with Deontay Johnson. I don't think anyone in that moment thought he'd be their starter. I don't know how Benny Bishop Jr. is, but he can't be that good. That jersey looks like a CFL jersey. So I'm feeling pretty good about the matchup. Now, here are the things. Oh, and also I haven't got to Russell Wilson. Last year in Denver, maybe we'll see a whole new offense from him in Pittsburgh this year, and maybe they do a better job of leaning into his skill set. But I'm telling you guys, last year in Denver, Russell Wilson was kind of like a D3 basketball team. Strictly actually more like Alabama basketball. Either three-pointers or dunks. Nothing in the middle. So either he went deep with it, or it was very short passing. It was just the most boom or bust to a T quarterback play we've ever seen. I don't think that's a very sustainable approach. So we'll see what Arthur Smith does. Najee Harris is not even the best running back on his own team, and he starts. Jaylen Warren is better. So that's the offense for Pittsburgh. I'm not very intimidated by them whatsoever. What you do have to give kudos and respect to is the head coach, Mike Tomlin, and the defense. Defense has some guys on it. TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, Keanu Benton. Those are 3 dudes, and that's downplaying it for Watt and Hayward. Their linebackers, Patrick Queen, right in the middle. That's not ideal. Alex Highsmith, he's underrated coming off the edge. It's going to be Benny Bishop, a UDFA this year, starting for them at nickel. Wow, okay. If you can just get past the defense a little bit, it's going to be a really, really, really easy game for the Falcons. I don't expect the Steelers' offense to score more than 2 touchdowns. I'll put it that way. Their defense is going to be tough. So Kirk Cousins and the rest of this high-powered offense is going to have to punk them a little bit, which they got punked week 1 last year against the 49ers. Really good team, of course, but it can be done. It's not impossible. I'm feeling really good about this matchup. By the way, if we want to take down our preseason like record, we have some work to do, about 100 and change away from it. But like the video if you have not already, as the Jags take it over with 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Run out of bounds and a gain of 12. Nude, they do have a solid pass rush, and Fitzpatrick is an all-pro, but that's about it. Fitzpatrick? Oh, Minka. I completely forgot about him. You're right. Minka Fitzpatrick's a very good safety. Minka Fitzpatrick's very good. 1st and 10. I just go back to week 1. If the offense comes out abysmally flat, it's going to be tough for the defense to find that juice. 2nd and 9 right now for Jacksonville. Should there be a naked lap rule in the NFL? I think if the Falcons lose 35-0, naked lap.
Or like a mercy rule.
I still think back to as they do an end around on 2nd and 9 and it's a first down. This would probably be 10 years ago. Someone can fact check me. Mizzou played like Delaware State, and they were up so much at half that both coaches agreed to make the second half 10-minute quarters running clock. And ever since that, I've always thought, could we see that happen again? Because I'd love for this game to fast forward. I forgot to mention Arthur Smith. Oh, Arthur. I don't know if Arthur Smith is as big of a criminal as Falcons fans make him out to be. And the reason why I say that is he got a job pretty quickly as an offensive coordinator. He put together 7 and 10 seasons with Mariota, the end of Ryan, and Heineke and Ritter. I don't think he's unqualified for an NFL coaching job or coordinator job, right? One of the two. I think he's going to do a good job. He may not get another head coaching gig. Some guys are just made to be coordinators. We're at $298 in Super Chats. Who wants to send in a $2 Super Chat to get us over 300? That'd be a nice number for me to bring back to my bosses on our Monday meeting. First and 10. We got a fun wheel, too. We got a couple of wheel spins in. Empty set. Quick throw to the left is caught. Matthew Peterson fan, will Dan Quinn be a good head coach? I think so. He did a remarkable job in Dallas. Players like him. I ultimately think that was just never going to work out in Atlanta after that fateful day in February. I just don't think mentally you can ever come back from that. And we'll leave it at that. But I do think he can do a good job in Washington. Second and 10. Throw to the right is caught, and it's a gain of about 8. Third down coming up here. So, fourth quarter coming up. It's 28-0 Jacksonville. If I see a single team use a timeout to stop the clock, Gonna end the stream probably. If you enjoy the free Falcons preseason watch party we provide, $15 Venmo. Christopher Stiggers getting us across that $300 mark. $15 Venmo, and you'll get 2 raffle entries for our jersey giveaway, which will be in 13 minutes at the 2-minute warning. So make sure you stick around for that. You've waited this long. You might as well wait and see. $15 Venmo right here to @MatthewPD. Christopher, thank you so much for your super chat. Mason B. I just got back from finishing up some honeydews. How do we only have 230? I like how Mason comes back, and that's what he's concerned about. The likes, not the score. Also, are honeydews chores that your wife gives you? I've never heard that expression before. Lord Bunny Bear, whoa! A Raiders Report legend with a $5 super chat. Lord Bunny Bear, we'll get it on screen for you in just a minute. I had to rescue a skunk at work today. We threw a tarp over him so we could cut him free without being sprayed. I seen a badger yesterday. Crazy week. Bunny Bear, I had a similar morning, but not as extreme. This morning, my fiance and I have been going on long morning walks to try and lose some weight before the big day in the spring. And we were walking my dog, and we came across what looked like a big stone in the middle of a driveway, which coincidentally was right out front of one of my coworkers' townhome. And we're walking the dog, and I look closer, I see the stone wiggle a little bit. And I do a double take, and it's a newborn baby squirrel. You can kind of see the squirrel head. And I'm like, oh my God, I thought it was a rock. It's in the middle of this driveway. It's going to get run over. So I took one of my dog's poop bags, put my hand in it, and then kind of just picked up the baby squirrel from its hind legs. It's like the size of it's not even the size of my fist. and there's a tree right next to it. And I figured, well, I think they live in trees when they're little, so maybe it fell out of the tree. I'll put it at the base of the tree, and hopefully the mama squirrel will come down and rescue it. I texted my coworker. This is like at 7:30 in the morning. He didn't wake up till like 10. Nick, lazy dude. And I was like, I explained the whole situation and that I've kind of gone full PETA. So I'm like, could you go and check on the squirrel, please? He goes out there. He's like, squirrel's still there. I'm like, okay, I did some research when I got home. Can you make a little like house for it? Touchdown Jags. Touchdown Jacksonville. Seth Williams. So it's 35-0. There's a flag down. We'll see what the flag's on. But anywho, this story I think is better than this game. My coworker Nick goes and checks, and he's like, "Squirrel still there." Let's see what the flag is. Please be against. Actually, I don't know who I really care if it's against. Squirrel still there. I'm like, you gotta make like a little illegal shift. Okay, touchdown taken away. It's on the Jags. And I'm like, you gotta go make a little like house for this squirrel so that a bird does not come down and just pluck it. So do you have like a box? He's like, I got a box. Like, all right, go make a little door for the box so it can crawl out, or its mom can crawl in. And so he puts it right on top of the squirrel. And I'm like, just check on it before you leave for work, and hopefully mom comes and gets it. He checked on the squirrel before he left for work. Squirrel didn't make it. It was an Animal Planet moment in real life for me. Got very I was looking up wildlife sanctuaries in Texas to save this baby squirrel. It was the cutest thing ever. So it was upsetting. I'm sorry. 1st and 10. I don't know who even has the football. Do the Falcons have it? The Jags had it. Okay, the Jags have it. It's 1st and 10 at their own 30. Hand off to the left side, and it's a decent run. Gain of 7 or so. 2nd down and short coming up. Raheem Morris, before the game started, got in the Jags huddle. Oh, Raheem's an awesome personality. If you, like, I think sometimes fans only look at head coaches as, like, wins and losses, which at the end of the day, that's what their job is. But if you ever want to look at, like, the personal side of a coach, Raheem Morris is top 10 in the NFL. Everyone loves Raheem Morris. Buddy Bear gets it. I'm Peter Petey. Peter asking Petey, be honest, do you want to end this stream already? Yes and no. Yesterday, my boss said, hey, do you want to take the 3 new guys out to drinks after the stream is over? I was like, hell yeah. Company credit card? Who wouldn't want to do that? So I'm kind of looking forward to that since this game started. Reed's coming, of course. 3rd and 2. Throw is broken up. The only catch is the other guys, they're doing the Bucks-Dolphins stream, and they started 30 minutes after us. And I don't think we should go before they're done. I think it'd be kind of rude if we just got there and started everything before they even got their stream. So, for that reason, and the duck race, which of course would happen anyway. That's actually what I'm looking forward to. It's just the duck race.
We are close to the preseason Super Chat record. We're $60 away.
I'm not going to lie. I'm absolutely thrilled that the Jags just kicked a field goal. It's now 31-0. That way there was never a possibility of a certain score popping up. Reed heard free drinks, and he's throwing up the thumbs. Yeah, I think Reed might have been the first one to say yes when I said, hey, does anyone want to go out for drinks after Friday? Watch parties are up. Curtis B., what's going on, Curtis? I was expecting this type of game today. Starters versus backups is predictable. I'm ready for the regular season to start. Yeah, that's why there's no panic for me on this. There's no panic for me. I'd prefer it not to be this big of a blowout still because it's 31-0 Jags over the Falcons. It's also 17-0 Jags backups versus Falcons backups. Now, it's also Jags second string versus Falcons third string. So it's not quite a fair fight. But I'm not worried about the result of games. David Anderson, if this was the regular season, I'd be heavy into... Okay. While they're at commercial, I want to tell everyone watching about Prize Picks. You see, Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. You can now win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. I'm talking turning $10 into $1,000. If you're looking for promotions, Prize Picks has you covered. They'll do entry fees back if you have a losing lineup on Fridays. I love playing Prize Picks. I invite everyone to play along with me by downloading the Prize Picks app today and using code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. That's code CLNS on Prize Picks for a deposit match up to $100. All that information is in the comments and description of today's video. Prize Picks. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. Are we talking jerseys? I love jerseys. People are dropping their first jerseys in the chat. All right. Buddy Bear, if you're still hanging out with us, appreciate your super chat. Who's ready for the raffle? I'm ecstatic about it. Return for Atlanta commences at the 5, return out to the 25, and stop before the 30. Nude got my classic red Vic, gray Julio, and an away Matt Ryan. I was a little surprised. Here, I'm gonna end the live poll here. We got a new one coming up. It has nothing to do with this game. I just kind of want to get everyone's opinion on this question, so I'll let it be a little bit of a surprise for a second. Mason, that's funny. I hate the gradient jerseys so much. Okay. Everyone go check out the new live poll. I don't even really know what to expect for a response. Oh, a nice run. Flag is on the field. Carlos Washington will have about a 15-yard reception. Bresboy. You want a chick and pickle pulled pork to your house. Which home? I presume the 1939 one. I mean, it's probably not going to be very good when I get there, but I won't say no. So I guess the answer is yes. Bresboy, thank you very much for your super chat. You're having probably a better time than I am. And my guess is, are you even at 1939 right now? My guess is Bresboy is watching Air Disasters with my parents, if he is. I asked if you guys want to bring back Julio Jones. 1st and 20, by the way, there was a holding call. Should the Falcons bring back Julio Jones? About 68, 70% of people say yes. I don't know if it's surprising or not that it's not higher than 70%. Like, that's kind of the wild thing here. Bresboy, thank you very much for your super chat. Bresboy is a big Falcons fan, too. Rise up, Bresboy. You ever play Chicken and Pickle? The pickleball place? I love pickleball. There are a couple of things that I will pound my chest for and say I was first to it. I was not first on The Office, but I watched The Office. I would download the episode off of iTunes every night that it came out. I didn't live in the U.S. when The Office was kind of in its early stages, so I couldn't watch it on TV, but I loved it that much even then. And I was playing pickleball as early as 2016. Yeah. We would play it freshman year of high school in gym class. And it was like the Roman Coliseum for pickleball in our gym. It was gladiator out there. Hey, bright side, someone just kind of pointed this out in the chat. Younghoe Koo did not miss a kick today. Hasn't done anything. I don't know if Julio Jones coming back is an actually good idea from a production standpoint. If the biggest part of your reasoning to bring him back is for nostalgia and for him to maybe capture or get it on a postseason run, I'd be concerned that you're jinxing it if you sign him mid-year because you're off to a good start and you're like, yeah, we're going to do great. Let's have Julio be a part of it. Let's not be a charity here. Let's not just hand out roster spots if they can't actually be a producing player on the field, which Julio was okay for the Eagles last year. He had like 3 touchdowns, but other than that, not a whole lot. Ten minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Jags football. Oh, boy. So we got 8 minutes to go in a 31-0 ball game. If you want to get entered into our jersey raffle, it'll be at the 2-minute warning. Venmo $15 to Matthew Peterson, and that'll get you 2 entries. And you can pick the player you want as well. They are just playing my favorite commercial right now. It's the YouTube TV like Sunday Ticket Red Zone commercial. There's a 49er. There's a Cardinal. There's a Hawk. There's a Falcons fan. A Bear. I love this commercial. This commercial, and I always loved the Captain Morgan, Captain commercial. That was an iconic one. Christopher, I was stationed at Fort Lewis, Washington, and did not even know about pickleball, and that's where it started. I know that pickleball is named after a guy's dog named Pickle, and he would play with the ball. Or he named the ball or the game after his dog Pickle. But yeah, I was early to pickleball. I guess if you count 2016 as early, which I think it is, I don't think pickleball got really popular until like 2021-ish. All right. Yeah, what jersey is everyone wearing?
So it's game day. You wake up Sunday. 1 o'clock's coming. You sit down on the couch. What's like the first jersey that you're thinking of? That you're like, all right, I got to put this on. This is going to make us win the game. That's this question. Because it's 31-0. I would have taken my jersey off already if I was wearing one right now. But preseason, you don't wear a jersey. Because football's not back yet. But you're sitting down. What jersey are you sitting down, having some chips and salsa, having a beer? What jersey are you rocking?
Waiting for my first jersey. First and 10 for Jacksonville. Mac Jones is out of the game. I don't know who QB3 is for them. I'm not going to lie. They're doing like a little Terry Fontenot jerk-off sesh right now. I don't know if we should be crowning Fontenot just yet. Like, I like the Judon trade and the Simmons signings and whatnot, but like, they're kind of saying like, what a massive turnaround he's done. The draft picks have not really worked out outside of round 1. Right? Like, you haven't found a great round 2 or round 3 player just yet, or it's just a little early to say. I think it's just too early to give Terry his flowers. You know what I mean?
Last name is Perry for the Jags quarterback.
Last name is Perry. I don't know.
Got a Grady Jarrett
Yeah.
jersey? That would be cool. If Nude wins tonight, he's getting a Grady Jarrett jersey.
I don't know who Perry is.
Cousins all day, said Jose.
Bergeron's a good pick. Again, I'm not saying that Fonto's done a bad job. But it's like, I just
Bijan
don't
for
think he's like
Dylan
in a
and
spot now and go like, he's done a tremendous job so far. Like, if this year goes well, yeah. But like, let's not jump the gun a little bit. 1st and 10. This is the hometown broadcast. Like, this is how you know it's the hometown broadcast. Jags are driving down the field. They're at Atlanta's 38. Under center, Perry hands it off to someone who gets 6 yards.
All right. We got 163 people watching.
That's
This
interesting.
game is not interesting at all.
The broadcast has Matthew Judon as a starting defensive lineman.
Oh.
And then Ebikadi and Carter as outside linebackers. Matthew Judon in New England was an outside linebacker.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be an outside linebacker. Kind of like Bud Dupree was, not like Calais Campbell. 2nd and 5. Handoff
Oh,
is
nice.
stuffed.
All right, so like I was saying, we got 163 people watching. Anybody in the chat? What do you want us to talk about? You guys got any questions?
Yeah, do our
you guys,
job.
You guys, what are we feeling for this 2024 season? You got ask PD a question.
You guys, how about this? Let's rifle off some hot takes
Yeah,
for 2024.
I like that.
Everyone get in the chat, share your hot take. I got a couple just stored away for moments like this. 3rd and 8 first. This is a flag, right? No? Okay. It's a loss on the screen. It should have been offsides or false start. Hot take number 1. I think the Arizona Cardinals make the playoffs. I think people quit on Kyler Murray too quickly. Marvin Harrison Jr. is a stud. Their defense was not that bad last year, and it's only improved. And the NFC is a little bit more open in the wild card than the AFC. I think the Cardinals make the playoffs as a 7 seed this year. That's my hot take right there. Tony says Baker Mayfield MVP. I did ask for hot takes. That would constitute a hot take. Jason says the Chiefs are not repeating. I also don't think the Chiefs are going to repeat. I can't pick an AFC winner, though, because it feels so wide open.
I was gonna say they come in last.
In the AFC West?
Mhm.
No, don't take stupid pills. Fair catch made at the 9-yard line. There's a flag.
That could just be what I want.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose so, right? You go London 1, Pitts 2, or Mooney 2, and then Bijan 3. Yeah, possible. It'd be a hot take for sure. That would do it. My hot take, Cousins throws for over 3,800 yards. I hope so. I mean, he's gone over 4,000 yards for up until last year, like 4 straight seasons. So that's kind of become his MO a little bit. Aaron Rodgers will be injured again this year. That's a take. Saints are going 0-19. Are the Saints winless in the preseason? Is that it? Bengals take the AFC. They kind of get the Bengals. I think are in a tough spot. Like they'll always be good with Joe Burrow, but being good's not good enough to win with Patrick Mahomes. And I don't know how long they're going to keep some of this core group together with Chase and Higgins and like Trey Hendrickson on defense. That's where my concern kicks in. What's my NFC playoff picture? All right, let's do this. David Anderson, $2 super chat. Thank you, Mr. Anderson. My 1 seed in the NFC, I'm going to go with the 49ers. I just think they're too talented, and as long as they stay healthy, they're going to be the best team in the NFC. My 2 seed, I think the NFC East is going to be down this year. So that leaves the South and the North. I'll say the Lions grab the 2 seed. I'll put the Falcons at the 3 seed. And I'm going to put the Eagles at the 4 seed. Wild card now, 5 seed. I'm going to put the Rams at the 5 seed. And I'm going to put the Bears at the 6 seed. And then I'm going to put the Cardinals at the 7 seed. That's my NFC playoff picture. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and do so. Who else goes live for 31-0 Jags Falcons preseason blowouts? No one. I guess that would be Falcons Bears round 1, right? I hadn't thought about it that way. Caleb Williams comes to Atlanta. Derek says the Bears won't make it. Jose likes it. I think the Cowboys embarrass Jerry. Not intentionally, but they end up embarrassing Jerry Jones as we're all in this year, and they lay an egg. Which reflects what Jerry has done this offseason, which is spend 0. He's been the cheapest owner so far. I think Caleb Williams is going to go 9-8 and make the playoffs. 1st and 10, it's a run to the left and a first down. We're 4 minutes away from the 2-minute warning. $20 super chat gets you added to our jersey raffle. $15 Venmo at Matthew Petey gets you 2 entries. First and 10, Spencer Brown.
Matthew Petey fan is asking, was Jordan Love an overpay? I don't think so.
I think so. I think people were too quick to crown Jordan Love this great quarterback. I think he's slightly riding the coattails of, oh, you play for the Packers? Well, that means you have to be good because all their quarterbacks have been good. Let me see it over a second season.
Future.
I mean,
I think he can be better than Dak Prescott.
He was throwing to plumbers and electricians last year at wide receiver and got them a playoff win. But I'm going to be a little bit more on the patient side with Love before I crown him. 2nd and 5, it's a handoff that doesn't go very far. Short gain on the play. Should we be worried with no preseason win? You think you can find that graphic? I think you guys might enjoy this. This is actually going to be really important. Yeah, you got 50% chance. We didn't film them a video today. 3rd and 3 for the Falcons, and it's a run that stopped short. We did not. Oh, no, sorry. It was the first one we did. 4th and 1. The Jags played all their starters for the first quarter. So factor that in a little bit here. Yeah, Christopher, the duck race is going to be hands down the most exciting part of this game. The Falcons are going for it on 4th and 1. They have to get this. Simply because if they don't get it, the clock stops. Please don't make the clock stop. Oh, the clock's going to stop. They didn't get it. Jags take over at Atlanta's 39. Oh, I got another hot take. Dylan kind of brought this out of me. I said this before, the moment he got drafted. Anthony Richardson's going to suck. Yeah, and I say that because I don't believe if you are inaccurate in college, you can learn accuracy in the NFL. And his incompletions in college were not due to wide receivers dropping passes. He has not been very good in the preseason so far. David Anderson with another $2 super chat. Cheers to you, David. I think Anthony Richardson lays a dud. I think everyone that drafts him in fantasy football will release him by week 7. I'm out on Anthony Richardson. I've never been in on Anthony Richardson. David, thank you very much for your super chats. Okay. Sorry. It's definitely in there. I'll find it. Yep. You want to get some shout outs while I find this thing?
We're trying to find a cool graphic for you to show like the preseason and how much it doesn't really mean. And I can't find it, so we're gonna see if
All right, ready? I found it.
PD found it. So
Okay.
I'm screwed.
I moved to. You want me to move it over?
Move it to master.
It's in the master right now.
Okay.
It's in row 15. Are you in the right sheets? You're not in the right sheets because you're not in the same one with me. No. Jason Venmo. We got a Venmo? Oh, Jason Greenway! $15 Venmo! Let's go, Jason! Jason Greenway getting added to the raffle at the last moment, pretty much. Pardon? Yeah, Jags football. Jason, thank you so much for your Venmo and support. You're always in the chat from sunny San Diego. Best of luck in the raffle. 2nd and 9. Okay. Let's get the duck race ready. Last call for a $20 super chat to get added or a $15 Venmo. Here's the QR code for 2 entries. Last call. Christopher, we'll get my email at the bottom in just a moment, but email me your address, and then I can write you the letter. Email me your address, Christopher, and then I'll write you that letter. I love writing letters. I pump out letters like it's my job. They recently raised the prices of stamps. I'm pretty pissed about it, actually. I fly through stationery. I moved far away when I graduated college, and one of my friends wrote me a letter and was like, hey, I thought you'd like to get some mail while you live in Wyoming. I was like, that'd be really nice, actually. And ever since then, I've been writing letters to all my friends and family. So I think it's a fun way to get something different in your mailbox. It's not just a bill or junk. So I think letters are a pretty cool little lost art I want to bring back. So enough of my letter writing. What we pulled up here is I did some research on the 2021 through 2023 teams that made the playoffs with the 17-game schedule and what they did in the preseason. And what you see here is 9 teams made the playoffs despite going 0-3. 4 teams went 3-0 and made it. You're almost better off going winless than going undefeated in the preseason if you want to make the playoffs. Most teams went 2-1 than the losing teams. A combined postseason record or preseason record of 50, 63, and 3. So That is Mason B made me laugh. Show us the damn graphic that we've been patiently waiting for. I think that's the duck race.
Yeah.
This should ease a lot of nerves. If anyone in your group chat is freaking out about Atlanta going 0-3, screenshot this, tell them to subscribe, and show them this part right here. 9 teams didn't win a single preseason game and still made the playoffs in the last 3 seasons. Okay. Yeah. Let's do it. Duck race time. It's 2-minute warning.
It is the 2-minute warning?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Duckies. 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 You can't clap too. Get the ducks on screen.
No,
Yeah.
I want to clap, though.
You're clapping.
I'm excited.
If you're clapping, no ducks are swimming.
All right.
One last call. $20 super chat, you'll get added. $15 Venmo, you get 2 entries. Okay.
All right.
So
These are the names we got.
these are all the names. Look for your name. This is everyone. You know what? Let's do one quick free entry
I was just
for
about to
everyone
say.
still here right now. Spam A in the chat. I want to pick one name out of the chat right now, and we'll get one more free entry for the duck race. Spam A right now. Start spamming A. I want to pick one more name out of the chat. Spam A for a free entry into the jersey. Watch this person win too.
Oh, my God. That would
Okay.
be electric.
I'm picking someone in 3, 2.
Well, let it go a little bit.
A little bit
farther.
longer? Okay.
Yeah, a little bit longer.
Build it up.
Let them get the A's in there. Let them get the A's in there. A. All right.
3, 2, 1. We're too fast. 3, 2, 1. I got Christopher Abel. Christopher Abel.
All right.
Christopher has not been in the chat much, so I feel like he's been lurking in the background.
Yeah.
The Jags are kneeing it out, so God bless them.
Is that it?
Yeah. Everyone look for your name. Everyone should see their name if they feel like they should be on this. Is Matthew Petey fan there? He got one of the free entries.
Yeah.
Okay, there he is. And you got him in all caps. Very impressive.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's put the ducks in the pond.
All right.
The game's over, by the way. The Jags are going to win 31-0. They're in
Look
victory
at
formation.
all those duckies, baby.
Can we make it a minute 30? We've been looking forward to
we
this for
can.
so long. I think we should have a 90-second race. Minute 30.
Oh. An hour long?
Minute 30.
Minute 30.
We should have had the
This is
Ducks
electric.
racing the whole second half instead of watching this game.
That would have been awesome.
That we came in periodically, like checked in on them,
Yeah.
like a marathon. Okay, are we ready?
I'm ready.
Ducks, get your feathers wet. And go! They are off. Ducks are off. It's an extra long race.
Oh,
This is a
my
marathon. You don't want to
goodness.
sprint too early. I'm seeing a couple of Jose Santanas and Nude in the front. It'll be tough to maintain this lead for this long.
Oh, man.
It's final, by the way. 31-0 Jags over the Falcons.
Smiling
Minute
because
to
he knows
go.
The preseason is over.
50 seconds remaining now. I mean, it's just too early to tell who's got even a slight lead. Maybe Jose Santana at the bottom, but everyone's alive and well right now. 2 furlongs remaining. Watch Jose Santana at number 6. Been staying steady, although now they're starting to lose speed. Patrick Robertson, with the bandana on, is making a push. Tyrus Perkins, the first duck in the pond. 20 seconds left. Who's it going to be? We're down to the last 15. The pack is separating. Tyrus Perkins has the lead with 10.
baby.
Tyrus Perkins.
Oh, who's
Can they
coming
hold
up?
on? Who's it going to be?
Dominic!
5 seconds.
Dominic
Dominic Archuleta. The one duck. Dominic does it. It's unbelievable.
How the heck does that happen?
Dominic Archuleta. Unreal.
That is unreal.
Just one duck in the race. race, and Dominic takes the gold.
Wow.
It went Dominic, Austin, Christopher, then Jose and Patrick. Wow. Dominic.
Look at Jose's duck.
Dominic, I do need you to show me proof of life right now.
Oh, no.
Dominic Arculeta.
He said, Archangel said, Dominic, Dominic.
Please, Dominic, get in the chat. I'll be devastated if you're not here.
That means we have to go again.
Dominic. Oh, CJ, I identify as Dominic. CJ, if you identify as Dominic, just tell me really quickly what your Venmo picture is.
Oh, that's Reckless Dom.
Oh, Reckless Dom is... Oh, that would make sense.
That's Reckless Dom.
Oh, I didn't connect the two.
Yeah.
Reckless Dom.
Woo!
Curtis, I'll change my name for... Reckless Dom. Can you tell me what your picture is just so I can definitely verify it's you? CJ nearly got me. That was not nice, CJ. It was not nice.
I identify as Dominic.
This definitely checks out. Everyone, this is like a photo finish. They got the booth to confirm it.
I got your email up there.
Okay. So, Chris Stiggers, email me, Matthew at Chat Sports. And then Dominic, email me your address, please, and a screenshot of your YouTube channel so that I know you are who you say you are and you're not CJ. That's very, very naughty of you, CJ. You nearly got me, too. Fooling me like that. Okay. Reckless Dom, appreciate you. Congratulations. Everyone's always a good sport about the duck race. That's going to do it for us on our live stream today. Tomorrow's episode is going to be, actually, yes, tonight's episode, we're going to do a roster projection. So stay tuned for that 53-man roster projection after 3 weeks in the preseason. Congrats. We'll sign off. Everyone should get a Purple Heart for watching this game. 31-0, Jags over the Falcons. We will see you all later.